So my friend, let's call him Chad. My friend Chad was living with me at my place for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, he wanted to go see my sister, which is just down the street in Whitehorn. So I said, "Fuck it, okay, well let's go." I told Chad, I'm like, "Don't lock the door though, because like I don't have the key. Randy's the only one with the key right now." So fucking he decided like, we leave the house and then we get down the street, like it's only a block away. And he's like, "Oh, my phone. Okay, let's go back." And then as we're going back toward the house, like fucking, I'm like, turn the knob. I'm like, "Hey, man, did you lock the door?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I told you not to." He's like, "Just habit, I guess, man. Sorry." I'm like, "Okay, fuck." So went to the side of the house where I've broken in many times before. Same windows like this where you prop them open. Prop the bitch open because the actual arm on the inside wasn't there. Just the arms on the outside. So you just pull it open, whatever, give a shit. So I prop it open, get in the house, and we're sitting back. I'm like, "All right, here's your phone." He's like, "You know what? Fuck it. Let's just smoke some weed." I'm like, "Cool." So we're sitting back, it's brand new pipe, smoking some weed, and the neighbor is a known heroin addict. There's been a few times where I've watched him on his front lawn, wrapping Christmas lights around himself, just like rolling on the lawn, relaxing, saying how he's a part of God and whatever. Just usual weird shit that you see. And then but there was cops there all the time, and we're looking at a three-way intersection at a stop sign in Whitehorn, or 44th Avenue. And so there's always cops stopping, blocking that intersection. So the one day we see fucking half an hour after we got back in the house, we're just sitting there, and the cops kind of roll up and start blocking out the intersection, and we're just going fucking looking at the window, roll the fucking blinds open. We're like, "What the fuck is he doing now?" Just kind of like looking around, shit. So we're like, "Let's get a beer." Crack a fucking beer, open the front door. As soon as I walk out, there's a guy like, "Get on your fucking knees." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Get on your knees, put your face on the sidewalk." I'm like, "Oh, you're not kidding." I just okay.
Okay, finish.
No, yeah, so that's pretty much all I was. Like, we crawled the sidewalk just because the neighbor downstairs called and said someone's breaking in. That's why I'm always wary of, like, it's like, oh, fuck.
So, crazy thing to tell you, this actually just happened, like, maybe a month ago, if not a little bit more. I was at work, and my parents basically started blowing up my phone, and my brother did as well. They were just texting me, like, a whole bunch of shit's happening, like, on our street. My brother sends a picture to my phone of a fucking, like, SWAT truck. Like Snapchats me.
Actually, my roommate was telling me about that. Yeah,
he was Snapchats me the picture of SWAT. It was parked right in front of my house.
Actually, Jim was saying that. He was like, "There's a fucking truck down the road." Right?
Yeah, like right at the end of the street. They were blocking off the end of the road so people couldn't exit on that side. And the cops came down from the top of the road, like where we walk from work.
Yeah.
They came down from the top of the road. And do you know the house, like, around where you come on to, like, if you came up that way and came onto the main road instead of going through the pathway, like, just after that, there's a big black Ford F-150.
I couldn't say definitively, but I've probably seen it, yes.
Yeah, next time you walk that way, you'll for sure see it, because it's always in the driveway. If it's not there, you'll see it on the way back, because it's always fucking there.
Yeah.
Apparently, so SWAT busts in, and they drag out a guy and a girl, and the cops are standing, like, guarding the house, automatic rifles, all lined up along the road, like, straight up. Like it's gang suppression. Yeah. Like, it's the actual gang suppression unit.
The boys, yeah, they're out.
The boys. And fuck, they roll up, they drag these two people out, talk to them for about 5 minutes, and boys in the big truck, fucking all gone. And there's about 10 cops just standing there. They take those people in, and then the cops standing at the house waiting for the investigators to show up and shit. They're basically telling everybody it was because of cocaine. So what I'm thinking what happened was they came in and arrested them. That buddy's a small-time peddler, and he fucking ratted on Big Boy.
Oh.
Yeah, I straight up think that's what happened.
Somebody got snitched on.
Yeah, somebody got ratted on hard.
Man, that's the scariest thing too about being anyone who, like, a distributor for or any means or whatever it is. That's the biggest I find liability of that is
you never want to be the man
that's what
on
runners
top.
are for. That's what runners are for.
But as soon as one of those runners flips on you, it's game over.
Well, I mean, like,
in a big
runners for the runners. Like, let's say, like, if me and you were like allegedly to start enterprise right now, I would say, okay, either you're in charge or I'm in charge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a runner to run to runners. Somebody in between, somebody who's just like and you always find that piece of shit. You always find that crazy fucking friend that's just always been loyal. And he's already been in jail, and he's willing to go back, and just doesn't matter. And like it's life on the inside is easier than life on the outside
Yeah,
for him.
literally at
But
that
life on
point,
the
yeah.
outside, a small chunk of change from is good. So like that, you have to have a runner for your runners, right? Like I'm not.
Oh, and they're making more than the people actually peddling the drugs at that point.
It's those random people you find that you think you can trust because you've known them for a year and a half. That's not going to get you shit.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if you really want to have that person working for you and they might have known you for a year and a half, probably the best thing to do is maybe stick your dog on them.
Yeah.
And see how quick he fucking like jumps the fence, or even what I was saying with me in the back alley,
Yeah.
and I had to jump the fence. Or sorry, my friend jumped the fence. I just stayed next to the fucking station wagon, the fucking whatever. Just stayed like fuck it, it's over. I fucked up.
Yeah.
That's always a good sign for that too. But a lot of people just they're not willing to do that.
No.
And like people don't even want to. People are so greedy they wouldn't put somebody through that in the first place. They just want their network set up in the market, whatever the fuck.
Well, yeah, I know enough kids that try and fucking sell drugs, and immediately it's like, yeah, I got a phone set up, and then I'm gonna fucking give this phone to somebody, and I'll start another phone, and just keep push. And all those kids get caught because they try and get too big.
Yeah, too big,
too fast. If you want to get big, you need to slowly build up your enterprise and surround yourself with people that you know aren't going to flip on you.
Maybe
that takes time.
You want to bust me one of those dabs, bro?
Oh fuck yeah! I gotta.
There's nothing illegal about doing dabs over the internet. Nothing illegal at all.
No, not at all.
But I mean, like with some people that I grew up with that had enterprises, they always like even my buddy Z, what's called Z, even before he passed away, he had this nifty little trick of just keeping everything in his mouth, like in his gum line. Like he'd be sporting an ounce in his mouth, in his gum line. But to always double back whenever you got from like, what do you need? You get the car, you just start driving, you like 4 houses down, like this, and there you go.
Yeah.
Man. Spit it out, right? So that way it's like if something like push comes to shove, they're not gonna check his mouth.
Oh yeah, dude. I had a buddy that kept it in his fucking reading glass case. Like he had a section underneath that was hollowed out because they're fucking cushioned on both sides.
Yeah.
So if you could peel up the cushion on one side, and homeboy would keep like fucking like a half ounce underneath there.
And like that's
cops aren't gonna search. Another thing is your sock.
Yeah.
Cops can't take your socks off.
They can't take your socks off.
They can take your shoe off.
They can grab your ankle.
Yeah, no, but between the toes, baby. Between the
toes
toes.
is true. I can you like do that on an airplane? Like, cause they have those scanners.
The scanner would probably get it.
But how low do those go? Like, is there like a bottom spot where there's like a red line where they can't see, like the arch right in your foot if you had something just like stuck to it with glue? Like, what's the fucking like? It depends on what you're wearing, I guess.
Yeah, well,
and
you're
it'd probably be better if they
barefoot.
ask you to take your shoes off.
Yeah, you're barefoot too.
This is true.
They make you take your shoes
But
off.
I've seen the scanner like when I go through it, but I've never really actually paid enough attention to how low it goes.
Yeah.
Or how high it goes for that, man. Well, it goes pretty high. Like you can't hide shit.
Oh
in your
no,
hair.
no. Fuck no. Yeah, the thing with airports that a lot of people don't realize, there's just actually only a certain percentage of people that they can search and detain. They can't search and detain every single person. So even like when they're randomly searching people, that uses a lot of the searches they have. So there's people that they detect things on them and they still can't search them. They can't see shit. They can't prove anything. So there's people that get through. The TSA and government bodies like that are often there just for a sense of security, not for actual security.
Yeah.
It's a scare tactic.
And especially for domestic. Like, if I'm going from here to Vancouver. And when I got onto the flight to go to Montreal, I brought my usual backpack. And went with my girlfriend, but she got a flight back earlier because I was on a buddy pass. I spent 18 hours in Trudeau Airport, and every single time I couldn't get on a flight, I had to go back down to the front out of security and re-punch in a number that WestJet would give me to try and get back in, which I would get back in. But I think is they search your bag every time coming back through. And it wasn't until I got home and started unpacking my bag that I realized out of 2 random searches, whatever, maybe, not bag included, I got home and I started pulling out crap from my bag, unpacking it. I had 4 empty Coke bags in my backpack, in my usual work backpack. And I got home and like they were like swabbing, whatever, just a random search here and there. Like, I know I get nothing on me. But it wasn't until I got home and I realized, I'm like, holy shit, I got enough evidence on me. I got enough weird shit.
Enough.
I have like 6 empty Coke bags
Yeah.
in this fucking backpack scattered.
Oh, bro, I've accidentally fucking smuggled 2 ounces over the U.S. border twice in one day.
How did that accumulate? Like, how did that happen?
All right, well, so back when I was actually like pushing weed, went on family vacation where we usually go Christina Lake. My family used to have a cabin out there. So
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, take this.
Okay.
Just you remember
You
how?
keep going. Yeah.
Okay, fucking. All right, you're good. You're good. You're good. It's done. It was small enough, but basically, my parents decided to take a funny little road trip on the way back, and I didn't want to tell them I had 2 ounces of weed still in my backpack.
Yeah.
I brought a fucking quarter pound with me. I smoked half that bitch. And like, not even 2. It was 9 days. I smoked 2 ounces by myself. Like I was getting high as.
But you were saying accidentally though, like
I didn't realize we're going on this funky road trip across the U.S. border.
So yeah,
fucking both times we got searched, both borders. I had 2 ounces of that backpack. Nothing. Nobody said anything.
How sweet was your ball sack at that point?
Oh, bro, dude.
Dripping down the side.
You're talking about the closest you've ever been to shitting your pants? That.
Yeah. Okay. So fair enough. That trumps my shit the pants story for sure.
Yeah, literally, like
for sure. Especially when it's like, guess where we're going, Jake? Home? No, we're going out now. Oh, fuck.
Fuck, yeah, literally like.
Can we stop and take a shit? Because listen, I want to stop and write a love letter to my lady at this fucking gas station on the way in, and we gotta stop on the way back.
I would have gooched both ounces, like found a way to get that jar inside the gas station.
I think the best thing to do at that point, if there was a chance to get busted, well, if you couldn't tell them, and there was a chance you were gonna get busted, was like, I got a shit. And when they pull the car over, you go to the fucking restroom, hide it, and on the way back, you recognize the same pattern, like, I got to shit again! And just go back to fucking pick it up there. Yeah. That would be the only conceivable way of actually getting away, but still.
Fucking got away with it, though. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Accidentally.
Where did you guys cross again?
Allegedly. It was just fucking...
Yeah, that word's magic, man. It really is.
Fucking, I don't even remember, but we were only in the States for about like 2 hours.
Like, was that like Alberta? What the
BC,
fuck?
and then we entered back
Washington.
We came Washington. We were still in Washington, but it was just like the edge of Washington that crosses over into Alberta. Like barely
that little spot, and after that was like fucking Montana, and then Idaho.
Yeah,
essentially, is kind of how that works for the border west. Yeah. But still, fuck, you lucked out, buddy.
Dude, I lucked out.
Dude,
that is literally probably the luckiest.
That's
day
probably
of my
why you had your
entire
heart
life.
attack shortly after.
Yeah, the heart attack was before that. That's probably why I had the second heart surgery. That's just my exchange, like for karma. It's like, all right, bro, you're getting cut open again, but you're free today.
Yeah,
you live another day.
You're free today. You get to walk away and tell this amazing story, which is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine if how old were you at the time?
Oh, like 15.
Fucking, that would be your parents' fault then.
Yeah.
That would go right to them. They wouldn't even go for you. It's just like, whoever's the license holder of the vehicle will essentially take that. Fucking, could you imagine your fucking dad just looking at you like, when I get out of jail, you're dead.
Oh, the thing is, he wouldn't go to jail though, because it was just below like the amount for trafficking. So at that point, we would actually be able to explain. I'd literally just be like, "Yo, this is my fault."
But it depends on who wants to prosecute you. The Canadian border or the American border.
Well, no, it's the thing is like if we got caught the first time, we would just got like turned around. Yeah. And, like we wouldn't have gotten, and they would have confiscated it.
Yeah.
And I don't think.
Take it and they go.
Yeah. And at that point, I had no priors, so
they box it, they ship you, and that's it.
Yeah.
Get on with the day.
Yeah. Get like they fuck.
And they get fucked fast because we're gonna call RCMP.
Yeah.
Kind of shit where it's like they're gonna be telling you.
Yeah.
Even though they're not gonna actually call RCMP and have them tell you, they'll fucking make you shit your pants.
Yeah, they'll literally make you shit your pants. And I'm lucky as fuck because I didn't shit my pants that day. That's probably why I got busted with my buddy's weed. That's probably what that was because I got arrested like 2 months after that with my buddy's weed in his car.
What do you think, they're connected somehow?
No. Fuck no.
conspiracy theorists. They're watching me. They've been watching me since this fucking border, bro. And they're every day.
No way they're connected. That's straight up like...
How do all the shadow people in this house are just fucking border patrol? They're onto you, man.
Bro, if there's shadow people, there's so many
Well, the shadow people, they can time travel. They already fucking foresee me and you hanging out. They're fucking up there.
Fair enough. But like, in reality, if there was actually karma, there's a lot of things that I have not paid back for in my life.
Oh, yeah, me too.
A lot of really fucked up things. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that have fucking reciprocated like tenfold.
Fair enough.
You do this, and
there always is like, yeah. It's like it's not even right away. Actually, it's funny because I can get like when I was younger, I can get away with a lot of shit.
Yeah, no,
it hasn't quite reciprocated, but it's like now when I try and do something, it's like you get slapped in the nose. Like, okay, I guess I've earned that.
It's like the karma is that you get away with all that shit when you're younger, and it teaches you that you can get away with it. But then when you do it when you're older, it fucking comes back.
Yeah, like tenfold, because essentially, like once you're an adult,
it's 10 times worse.
Oh yeah, 10 times worse. Not so much just like because of who you are or how you've changed. It's literally just the law.
The law.
As you get older, the stakes get older. Stakes are higher. Not so much like for your own health, but just like the way the monetary system is looking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Seriously.
That's a ticking time bomb. Essentially, it's like you have to fucking.
It's the
gain credit on the credit system up until you die.
Yeah.
And even if you have bills after that, when my grandmother died, they fucking just started throwing bills our direction.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't afford that. They just started throwing like she owed this, she owed that.
Yeah.
Next to kin. She's on what like other aunt's on this. She's bankrupt already. Other aunt's bankrupt. Other aunt's bankrupt.
I refuse to pay though. That's the thing is.
No, you claim bankruptcy.
Yeah, you claim bankruptcy. Like I can't pay that. Fuck you. Like.
But you know that fucks you over for like 10 years after that.
Yeah.
You can claim bankruptcy to get rid of that.
Yeah, but if it fucks you, fucks
my
you.
My mom did that twice.
Yeah.
First she claimed bankruptcy, then she remortgaged her house.
Mm-hmm.
The first one because of the crazy fucking stepdad that he was making all the money, and she was just bartending, waitressing, shit like that. And when he fucked off or got divorced, he claimed bankruptcy even though he had all the money.
Yeah.
Because they weren't quite divorced yet, so he claimed bankruptcy right before signing the papers and stiffed my mom with a bunch of bills.
Oh, yeah.
And then signed the papers and then left her, okay,
bye.
We're no longer together and we're it's all yours, bye.
Yeah.
Like fucking like bills that were fucking like mortgage, everything.
Oh, yeah.
Just stiffed him. She's still fucking like almost like not a Shauna, but just like any bar manager.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
3 kids.
Yeah, that's rough as fuck.
Yeah. Stiffed as hard.
Oh, dude, fucking, I guess it's kind of similar, but I got a buddy and his parents, they split up when he was, like, really young. And what he didn't know was his dad was actually paying, like, a very large amount of child support. So he didn't see his dad because his dad, like, traveled a lot with work and shit. So he was literally always out of the country. And the government didn't find out that his mom was taking the child support checks and blowing them on herself.
Oh man, dude.
For like 8 years, bro.
Do you know the laws in California with alimony?
No.
Oh, buddy. California has to be the worst place to get a divorce after 12 years.
Yeah.
If you're married for 12 years, because in California, I might be botching this, but I got the basics down to this. When you get divorced, you get stuck with alimony and you pay for the rest of her life.
Oh yeah.
Right till
until she gets married.
No.
Unless she even
after 12 years, no.
After 12?
After 12 years, you alimony is the rest of her life. If you're married for 12 years and you divorce, even if let's say you and her together, you made a lot of money, and she tagged on to that, and she starts just keeping. If she's using you in that sense in California, she can just start keeping track of how much she has to spend a day. If she's fucking trying to screw you over.
Oh yeah.
Just keep track of that, and when the divorce comes, she goes, this is how much I usually make, this is how much we're usually spending. And when she's in court, the judge usually awards her lifestyle as well.
Yeah, it's always favors the woman. Basically every
and California is the worst for that because they can just do that. That's all those relationship use and abuses. You only hear in California.
I think it's 95% of the time alimony gets awarded to the woman.
But there's some men trials coming up now.
Yeah, no, but on the flip side, there is the other 5% where it is the woman that makes the money. Of course, there is always that, and there are guys that abuse it as well. It's not simply just. But the thing is, the grand majority is it's women that abuse that system, And the thing that I think is fucked up about modern feminism is you'll never actually hear somebody that says they're a feminist complain about something like that.
No.
You will literally never hear...
Never once. Go, girl!
And that's straight up, like, one of the most sexist, unequal, completely biased fucking things in the entirety of anything. Alimony should be for, like, the housewife that was married in her 20s, like early 20s, never went to school because her husband was in school to be a fucking mechanical engineer and he was going to be able to pay the bills. And she didn't pursue a career and she decided to stay at home and raise kids. And that woman deserves alimony.
Absolutely,
because she
100%.
Didn't get an education out of that.
Now there's
she
also
sacrificed
the flip side, man, where there's the woman who just knows California law.
Yeah.
And latch onto a guy because California has money.
Yeah.
And just sink onto it. Just keep sucking his dick. Keep making him feel good.
Hell
Stay
yeah.
with ego. Stay with ego. Get past 12 years. Bye.
Yeah, literally 11 and a half years, she starts getting hostile. 12-year mark, literally probably within
That's where
weeks,
making and
those papers show
breaking a
up.
man, like a real make and break of a man. It's like she
That's-
helped you, like for 12 years, just like cheered you on, cheerleader, my wife, fuck yeah.
That's literally like getting
then-
raped. Like I would
That's
compare
being
that
raped by a female.
Yeah, that's not even because there are rapes by females perpetrated on men, and they aren't viewed as rapes because of the word of the law. Where a rape is when sexual penetration occurs. So
Sodomy.
literally, the woman has to be like pegging the dude for it to actually be considered rape against the man, and like even if she just like ran like passed out dude, she sucks his dick. That's sexual
Here's
assault.
a
It's
question.
not rape.
Where's the fine line between rape and sodomy in the law?
It's the same thing. Like it'd be rape.
Well, I mean, like, but actually, some of the laws are sort of like Catholic
Well,
Roman
but that's
rule.
that's not in the States, and those are a lot of those are.
There's a lot of
archaic.
Catholic Roman rule, like
That's
rape
those
laws
are those
still.
are really archaic laws though. Like
Are-
sodomy
dude,
laws.
they are. They're very okay.
And the thing is, they're not often enforced. They're not really brought up.
But the fact that
and-
we still think, like some people still think about it and do that. Like we
Yeah.
were talking earlier today about even just like the Middle East and like easy living in Scandinavian countries like Italy and shit, like France, like that. But then, and like you have this beautiful backdrop, but right in the middle is this fucking angry, bubbling Middle Eastern like
it's a culture war.
shithole. Yeah,
It's literally a culture war. It's people that have lived in a society where they've been oppressed systematically by their own people and by the corrupt people that ruled, because it's literally a country that's again ruled by like the 0.01%.
apparently.
Everybody else is shit to them. They're indisposable. They don't require it's run by tyrants and military leaders.
Well, it has to.
At that point, it's savagery. They don't give a shit what people do.
Think of it this way:
They don't persecute laws in the same way. They just have a medieval, like from the Quran was written in like I think it was 600 BC. I may be wrong by about 200 years though.
With the Quran?
The Quran,
Okay.
like around 600 BC. I'm pretty sure it
And
might
like,
have been.
think it's 600 BC, but like that's a long.
Yeah. It was
Like,
and Sharia law.
Even our fucking Old Testament was fought like
The Old Testament. Fuck. So
Like where's the timeline on that? The Quran and the Old Testament, because we have the New Testament that most people follow now.
The New
So
Testament.
what's the difference between the?
Well, the Old Testament is like Hebrew faith mostly.
No, I mean timeline. Do you
Timeline.
think
Okay, so
between the two of them,
the Old Testament.
because this will actually break down exactly the thought processes that led to the two sides in the first place.
So
And you
what?
pick it apart
so
better that way.
The whole, basically, all three are the exact same book. They're just written from a different perspective.
Yeah, but I mean, like
about a different.
Like I mean, like going back to the first person to actually write the perspective.
Okay,
like
so-
the original publications of each one. Like what do you think?
Christianity started about. I was wrong with BC. That was AD. So the Quran was written about 600 AD. Within about 200 years.
Yeah, that's
the
a huge
the
difference.
New Testament came around, I believe. So the Old Testament's been around for a long time. I think it's
Because
like
you gotta remember,
2000 BC almost.
White people and fucking like Middle Eastern people have been writing for a long time.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like Egyptians, like
Okay,
actually the two crossovers. Like there has to be some ground where this.
It's all. So I'm trying to recall back to my actual, because I took a course on all of this, basically. So
actually, you were just taking them.
So the whole, it's basically the entire Mesopotamian peninsula, all that area. So that includes Egypt, and then going up kind of just like north. So you get like the Egypt and like the north of Africa, as well as you get Italy and the entire food. Italy
like,
going up.
It's like there's that small little spot between like Africa and like it's just
the entire that's Mediterranean Sea. Yeah. It's all based around the Mediterranean Sea.
Actually, so you can actually see Africa from Italy.
Yes.
There's a mountain you can see.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, it started off around 2000 BC. The early Mesopotamians believed in a really like I hate to say pagan, but it's like they believe in multiple gods. It was multi-theist is the correct word for it. And that they're all very similar, and they bubble down. It's just different views on the same kind of thing until around, I think the first monotheist, like single god thought was around 1400 BC, some Egyptian ruler, but he was shot down because the entire monotheist. I couldn't even bring up his name. Like
just keep going.
About 1400 BC, yeah. So he was the first monotheist, but he was shunned and shut down. He wasn't the pharaoh. He was overturned within like 20 or 30 years or so, because he was trying to push that Ra, the son of the god of the sun, was the only god. He was the only god worth worshiping. There are other gods. He's the only one worth worshiping. But the Egyptian people didn't believe that was fair, because different gods had different meanings and different significance in certain areas. So it was like, this part of Egypt is the only part that matters to him. The rest of us are irrelevant. So that's why they shot down monotheism back then.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing is now monotheism and the separation between God. I forget the name for the Hebrew God, and Allah. It separates people.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the fear originally at the start of religion, was that if we separate the gods and have people viewing religion as a different thing, it causes conflict, because people feel that certain things are valued more and they're lesser because this is held higher, and yada yada. And the thing is, religion originally was used as a tool to explain what we didn't understand.
Well, that's the idea of it, right? It's like if you can't explain something, like, for example,
I don't understand fire
right now. If we ate some mushrooms right now, and we didn't know what we were eating, we just ate them.
Yeah.
And we see what we see and go through the experience. That's as real as religion. Like I think there's a lot
it's a very spiritual. You see things, you experience things differently.
Yeah.
And now in modern day and age,
I do think a lot of that shit is like people using drugs even like a long time ago, man.
Mm-hmm. People have been using drugs. Animals use hallucinogens. Like dogs will go and lick a toad. They know which toads get them high, and if they see that toad, they will lick it and trip out in their yard for fucking hours, because that's what animals do. We look for a different plane of reality. We look for something more because we want to experience more. And in this day and age, with religion being used to explain the unknown, really all it does is divide us at this point. It divides people. It's all it does. It creates angry people. We can explain the unknown. We have an answer for everything almost. Literally, there are certain things.
What you're willing to listen to and what your perception on fucking reality is too at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like if you can't get a grip on certain facts that we're look what we're doing, like what we're on.
Yeah.
We're going through, like the universe, everything. Just think about that for a sec and tell me how real your reality is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's so many more things that are going on that nobody can understand.
It's different groups of people following separate stories, and they all follow the exact same path, basically. If you look at the, if you look at the Hebrew faith, they have the splitting of the Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
If you look at many indigenous faiths, they have the same holy flood that came and cleansed the earth. There's a lot of different religious groups. And all those
are matched up at a weird fucking time. Like not exact same time, but it's like very... Yeah.
I watched...
the story's consistent, where it's like some catastrophic thing happened at a very similar time.
I watched a video on YouTube, and I'm actually, when I get home, I'm gonna fucking go on YouTube and try and find it. And it basically breaks down major,
Actually, I think I know what you're talking
all
about.
major religions, Christianity, the Hebrew faith, Islamism, believe it's not Buddhism, because Buddhism doesn't involve a god, but every like theist religion where they actually believe in a god, you'll find that the same stories repeat themselves over and over
Yeah.
and over and over
There's a
and
fucking
over again.
like a small system happening there, where it's like
Yep.
just thought and like people's processes
Yep.
like over and over
and
and over. It's
over
like,
and over. And it's how people explain the world around them.
but people only have a finite spot of their let's say like you live for like 80 years old.
Yeah.
You only have one main prime.
Yeah.
We can actually get your thoughts out properly and experience things properly. But we have this paradigm sometimes where it's like it's either too young, fucking like showing like the ways to go, or it's too old making these decisions, like never in the middle, because in the middle nobody wants to be fucking bothered with that for the most part, and that's a breakdown because too many fucking people. First off, because if there's less people, I want to be in that zone all the fucking time, constantly. But the more people we get, I think we lose that fucking barrier. We lose that spot of like just truth, like. I'm getting old, man. I want to shoot like I want some of that bitch. Like in the middle, you just see. And people are like that, and they process information at that age, which is why there's so many discrepancies from back and forth. Like who really wrote that?
They're basically up until the Romans and the Greeks were very good at recording who said what. Yada yada. At that point,
everything, like
everything. At that point, the Greeks were basically the original record everything, write down everything. They're the original academics. They are like from that point,
and that alone
and
has
then
been amazing.
We went into a dark age around 800 AD, and during that time period, nothing happened. Literally, people say there's no recorded history. Nothing worth mentioning. There were no like major technological advances. There was no advancement in society. People weren't moving forwards because they were stuck.
Like
they were stuck in holy wars and the Crusades and constant religious turmoil. And that was, I think, in my opinion, that's probably the apex of where.
When everything's going to shit, you don't have time to fucking use technology to record process.
And
it's just get it done.
Yeah, and
it's
I
like
think
all hands in.
That's the apex of where civilization kind of realized that we shouldn't be fighting each other, and we don't need to be divided like this, and it's better to work together.
Yeah.
And
unify.
Yeah, even back then, like when the Arabic people were conquering in the Middle East at the fall of the Romans, so around, I think it was between 400 to like 800 AD, somewhere around that time, the Arabic people were coming through, and a lot of what they did is that they were taking places over, but for the first time they weren't actually sacking libraries. They weren't burning things.
They weren't destroying.
Other
cultures. Like they weren't completely getting rid of.
Yeah, when they were
back
conquering,
then, like it's not like a digital age where you can just store snippets somewhere.
At the time of the Arabic conquering, they were the first to.
Could you imagine being the person assigned to that task of destroying someone's heritage? Like whatever is precious and important.
That's what happened exactly. That's what happened directly after the Arabic Crusades. After all that happened, and the Roman Catholics came and started their crusades in the Middle East to try and take back their Holy Land after it was captured by the Arabs. The Arabs came through. They didn't burn the books. They didn't burn anything. They wanted to learn, because a lot of the knowledge held in that area was knowledge from the ancient Greeks. And throughout all of history, the ancient Greeks have been seen as some of the most clear thinking, the highest, they have the highest amount of knowledge and the highest amount of intellect and the most object view of things. They weren't biased. They tried to actually take religion and spirituality out of everything. They were the true source of knowledge in the ancient world. So when the Arabs came through and conquered, they didn't burn that knowledge because they wanted to learn. They respected the actual, the intellect of the Greeks. They really respected that.
Yeah.
So they saved everything, and everything was saved in all those continents, like Jerusalem, all that. All the libraries there were maintained. And then what happened after that, during the Holy Wars and the Crusades, light it up, boys!
And just
lit it all on fire, burned it all. That's the Dark Ages. It was literally stepping back. It's not like it's not even like anything didn't happen. We literally took a step back as society.
Edward Snowden deleted the internet forever.
Yeah.
And like or even like a fucking like a solar flare,
yeah.
no power, and all our fucking data gone.
Gone. Yeah.
That could be the same thing. Just
pretty much.
Those would be the new Dark Ages, wouldn't they?
That would be the second Dark Age.
That takes like 2 years to data's gone.
Data's gone.
It's gone. You can't get that back. But actually, the fix structural shit of that, like put the power back on.
The thing that's beautiful about a lot of the guys that do computing and stuff is a lot of them, for the basic shit that they need to actually create these great things, they have the code written down by hand. Contingency plan, because they know what the fuck could happen if a solar flare happens.
But if everything gets fried.
Oh no!
If there's a mass enough.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
So what are they gonna do? Like fucking concrete in the ground, a hard drive? If they know it's coming.
If they flare like a solar flare would wipe all of our power and our electricity out. The thing is, the EMP blast would go away eventually. Like we wouldn't be in a permanent.
Yeah, but the magnetic throw. Remember back in the day when you had a CD?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever put a magnet to your CD and try to play it afterwards?
Yeah.
So it'd be like the same thing for hard drives across.
Oh no, they'd be
nation.
fried, but the thing is, they can rebuild.
They can rebuild, but we can't get back that data, so we have to start from scratch.
And but the thing is, the beautiful thing is about all the things that we have that we build is
you're right.
We now have universities and
people
everything
who
is in
build shit. They made notes.
Yeah, exactly.
They can do it again.
We've advanced. If happens,
you create something, you have to fucking
humans
have to write it down, man.
Yeah, and the thing with humans is we last. We will last.
Yeah.
No matter what. Humans are resilient. We are one of the most resilient.
Well, actually, mammals are resilient
because all mammals are resilient. But
even with the lizards, back in the lizards, I say lizards, I mean dinosaurs.
We're fragile, but our intellect makes us incredibly resilient.
And the intellect is what got us as far in the first place.
Exactly. Well, the thing is, unlike other animals, is we think around problems.
Yeah.
Other animals can survive through problems. They can be tougher, more resilient, stronger, better, faster than us. But the difference is, I have a brain and opposable thumbs, bitch. Yeah. I can outthink you at every single stage of anything. That's the beautiful thing.
That's we
no matter what happens.
Do you agree that distractions take away from that? Because a lot of the times, if you get busy, you get distracted, you work, your bills, this and that, you lose touch with the human side, which is what God, that's like the monkey side. If someone were to get fucked up, most people are fucked. Mm-hmm. No internet telephone for a month, most people are fucked. Mm-hmm. And that's not even shutting off the water or the gas.
That's people of low intelligence. Those are people that rely on the conveniences we have.
It's so fucked up that we can't even think for ourselves without our own life we created. Mm-hmm. It's still a sentient being.
Yep.
It really is. I want to get into virtual reality pretty soon here, man.
Yeah.
I want to get what the fuck is it? The Android one. It's not Oculus.
Not the Vive.
The Vive.
That one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Apparently they're actually doing really good right now.
Dude, the graphics card I just bought supports VR, so I can do that shit on my computer. I can get the Steam.
And Steam's Steam's doing
Steam is the Oculus Rift. So I might actually.
Well, invest. Even without them being part of Oculus Rift, Steam's making some really fucking good games.
Well, dude, and the thing is, I just spent fucking $300 on a goddamn graphics card.
Oh, can you show me that fucking game you were talking about? I want to see that. Now we're talking about Steam. Dude. Show me that shit.
And it's not made by Steam, but it's on Steam.
Sorry. So people who are listening, we're looking up. We're gonna go on to YouTube.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, it's fuck. It's really hard to describe. It's basically the ultimate fucking exploration survival game.
How many planets?
15 quintillion.
15 quintillion.
15 quintillion. I'm not going to do
unfathomable.
Yeah, I'm just going to do a trailer because I don't really actually want to watch gameplay.
You know what? Send me this link too so I can put it on the website.
Yeah,
if
for sure.
Want to see it as well. Okay, that's why I got the fucking thing for.
Okay, here's all 5 trailers. Right, so we'll just pop this over.
Yeah, just for the webpage, just send me one for that. Though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Host, can I go now?
Oh goddamn fucking
Kids grow
ad.
up
Shut
fast.
up.
Thankfully, there's Walmart's everyday low prices for back to school. Now that's smart. Walmart.
Yeah, it's just like that. Yeah. Footage captured in real time. Wow, man. Alright. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So
this is all.
So is this like an underwater?
No. It's
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Bad angle.
You're in space. Yeah.
Okay, and these are all different planets we're looking at here.
And so there are oceans and shit on planets.
And this is an individual planet compared to how much. Oh, what the fuck?
There's 15 quintillion.
So this is just a perfect algorithm, man.
Yeah. There's an algorithm. Everything is systemically generated.
Perfect algorithm of a lucid basis to move through.
Yeah. Well, it has a limit at 15 quintillion. So it generates up to this certain amount, right? And everything is created to the point where the people that made this game haven't seen the extent of everything.
So they can essentially build an algorithm and make it from like where it's when a Pokemon goes with only 3 Pokemon or only 3 planets or planets around, we're building better numbers.
Yeah, no, and then they could continuously add things for it to be generated on planets.
Because I guess like there has to be a lot of randomized planets that look very simple.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like with the algorithm, it's going to be. So as the fine tune it, it's just better and better.
Yeah. But of course, you're looking at you're just flying around this fucking spaceship going through asteroids and like,
and that was good too. So
oh yeah, and you're actually like big fucking creatures. And like,
is this actually being played?
Oh yeah, this is all like in game. This is what the game looks like. I've actually watched the gameplay.
It's not VR.
No, it's not VR. I wish it was. I hope they actually eventually make compatibility for VR because that would be.
That was a wicked video, yeah.
Oh, there's 5 more of them, bro. Like,
fucking thing is insane.
As you roll up these planets, it just starts generating them in front of you. So it's all this is.
Fuck. Okay, that's.
And there'll be fucking shit birds flying around. You got your own spaceship, and you're just jumping planet across the galaxy, fucking. Looking for materials and metals and shit like that to upgrade your equipment and your spaceship.
This should be in bars like Buck Hunter.
Yeah.
Where you just like log into it, like to be
drunk people just
like not playing it cheaply in a horror sense, where it's like
yeah.
you can actually just like go you just log in like
pop in on like even if you had like a community
like just fucking like you're a friend at the bar.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking that would be pretty sweet as long as you can log into it.
Dude, even VR Buck Hunter. Yeah. VR Buck Hunter would be lit.
But there has to be a fucking VR hunting game by now.
Oh, probably.
But they have the crossbow.
Technically, really, actually, I guess no VR. You'd have all the fucking trees and shit. That'd be cool as fuck, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could actually go like lie in a bush and wait for a deer to come for 5 minutes and do roll through fucking 12 points. That's nothing.
This one people that say like fucking like the VR, the lab. It's the word like, well, people are gonna become shut in.
Yeah.
They're not gonna pay attention to themselves or the outside surroundings anymore. Well, not really, because think of it this way: back when we were monkeys before we had houses and shit like that, like putting it crudely.
Yeah.
We just like lived in trees. Okay, so we figured out to build houses. It was like a whole different fucking what we can call it universe.
Yeah.
Like a whole different dimension for you and your mind and well-being. Mm-hmm. So it might as well be like a whole different state. Mm-hmm. And then now, but we still have to like watch out for outside surroundings. We have to eat and shit still.
Yeah.
So virtual reality would be like a fucking nice room in your home.
Yeah.
Like it's nice. It's the next step to what we're probably all heading for anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly, right? So it's like it's just the new it's a new room in the house.
Yeah. And I think it's great because like you always see videos like on YouTube. I always see them on Facebook and shit because I always scroll through my Facebook when I'm stoned and bored in my bedroom. Yeah. Just like fucking bullshit's going on today. Oh, bitch with a new kid. Great. Fucking awesome. That's her second one. She's 20.
Start eating kids, bitch.
Yeah. Fucking scrolling through and then I see a video.
You're making dinner at that point.
I've seen a video of a fucking. There's like an 80-year-old grandpa playing a fucking zombie shooter game with a VR headset on, and homeboy looks like he's having so much fun. At the end, he takes the headset on, he's the biggest smile across his face. It's like, fuck yeah, man. Like it really, it breaks that wall, I think, for people that don't play video games, and it really like it gives them that full on immersion. Because
well, it's not even just video games at this point. Because they have a lot of shit that actually
you have to act and do it. And the thing is, it breaks the fourth wall.
Different genres, man. Like you can be a fighter, or you can be a bow hunter.
Yeah, it's like immersing yourself in your own movie.
And like
basically,
they're making it realistic enough where it's like it's not you like playing video games for like a high score. Not at all. It's like it's almost like survival shit they put in there. It's like that's what's really cool about that. Because our first instinct is put survival shit into it. Yeah. That's how I still have faith in human race. I still have faith in that sense. Like we have a new universe. Let's put how to fucking get the shit done in there.
Yeah.
And we'll just get in there.
Yeah. Dude, I always love seeing like, especially with that like No Man's Sky game, like games like that where it's huge exploration and it's online, and you just see how naturally as time goes on, societies and civilizations build.
Yeah.
And like groups band together.
And we'll need a whole lot less of us because like our survival rate will go through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
As long as like no bears just like walk into fucking houses just eating your ass. We're like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, like, even gets to the point where like I was playing I forget what the game was. It's just some game on Steam. It's like a survival game, but you actually like you get to play with all your friends and shit. And like there was 6 of us. So at this point, the game starts off, it's like, okay, like, 3 of us are going to go chop down wood. The other 3 of you break some trees and, like get us, like, some actual, like, good tools and shit so, like, you can go mine. Get us some stone and, like, we've got a full-on fucking, like, castle, castle wall built around, like, 6 houses.
Man, that's the
for
way
each
to
one of
do
us.
it.
And, like, it's like, all right, well, we just rolled into this server fucking less than 12 hours ago, and we win. We already run this entire bitch.
It's funny because like people could call a game boring, but people don't realize that our minds work on a reward system.
Yeah, and the thing is, it may be boring. It's boring to you.
Simulations like work on reward systems. So like they haven't played it, so they say it's boring.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you played it, you would enjoy it. Like probably not. Like most games have worked on reward systems that go into your brain. So yes, if you can play it, you can play any game and it attaches to your reward system.
If you play any game and you're just naturally good at it, guaranteed you like that game.
If you don't like it and you suck at it, well, you just probably suck at life.
Yeah, literally, you probably just suck at the game.
You can't play unless it's I don't play the game.
Unless it's 100% like just a shitty game because there's like on Steam there's like
if it's like worker X, as we'll call him, trying to fuck worker X in the ass in your dreams, and shitty fucking game. Yeah. But if there's a way to beat it, there's a reward system.
Yeah.
And people are just fucking, I don't know. Anyone who says that fucking games suck, they just suck.
And it's like I play this game, League of Legends, and I don't know, I'm not as good as I used to be because I used to be really good back when like. Game is basically my life outside of school. Like, I went to work, but like every time I was not at work, I'd come home and it'd be like 11 after work. I just want to play video games till 2 in the morning and go to school the next day. So that was my fucking life. That's what I did. And I played League of Legends because that's what most of my friends played. And there was 10 of us. So enough for 2 full like teams. Like we could play in like the game is based on 5v5, like multiplayer online battle arena. So 5v5, you fight each other. There's like minions. You fucking last hit the creeps, get the gold. Then you buy items to get stronger, and then you fuck up the other person. The whole premise of the game. So there's 10 of us, so we can actually play like in-house 5v5, and we just play back and forth like competitively versus each other. Then you go and play solo to get better, so you could beat the shit out of your friend in like the actual in-house 5v5. Like,
take him out. Take the fucker out.
It got to the point where me and my friends got so good that I was at the time rated in the top 1% of all people playing that game. Like literally. I was fucking.
And man, playing video games makes you sharper, dude.
And dude, there was a character in the game named Jax. My name was Ben My Jax. We'd go to tournaments, and I'd literally just sit there, and they wouldn't ban Jax, and I just laugh. I just start laughing. It's like, fuck you, you ain't got shit. Watch me. Watch me, bitch.
Dumb.
And I remember we were playing the finals tournament at this place called Switchbox, which I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
But what is Switchbox?
It's basically there's a whole bunch of computers there, and people go play like Counter-Strike or League, Dota, Diablo, any of the like really popular multiplayer games on a really, really good computer. So it doesn't lag at all. Like it's really high quality.
And they put on a network with each other, right?
Yeah. Well, it's all on the internet already. So it's all like you just log onto there with their password.
Is it one of those ones you watch on TV? Because there's like, even at fucking Dickens, we had a live feed to some fucking server for video games.
Well, yeah, Switchbox basically they had
where
a
it's
TV.
like small tournaments, like you know, like
they had
in
the
a pub.
they,
You can have 5 or 6 laptops. And
well, there was like fucking like 30 computers in there. 40 computers in there. Like
just to gauge the size of it, yeah.
Oh no, like it would fill up too. Like,
Yeah.
They'd actually have like 40 people in there because like they're really good computers. So if you have a moderate computer, you go spend the $20 to sit down, get a drink, and play for 4 hours on like a great computer. And like they'd hold tournaments and shit, and you go in and like pay the buy-in's like $20 a person. End of this tournament, we won. I fucking walked out of there with $200. Like myself.
That's fucking wicked.
Yeah, it's fucking 10 teams. So $20 buy-in. If you win, you get all of it. So I split like $200 back. So 180 profit.
Good chunk of change. For
decent change for a fucking 14-year-old man. Like
especially just playing fucking.
Not
even just your age.
Yeah,
what you were doing to get it. It's like fuck yeah.
And like I'm playing against guys that are 18, 20, 20, like 25. Like actually like at the time like decently old guys and like. Playing these games and like the finals go up on the screen, like they have an actual projector and a screen, and like
right up.
They're in the game. There's a spectate mode, so they can actually like spectate the game and like watch it unfold
and watch
live
you, while you're playing.
While I'm playing, and at the end of the finals game, the second game in finals because we swept them. So fucking the end of the second game, I got a pentakill, which is basically when you kill the entire team by yourself. At the very end of the game, so I get it to end the game, fucking right like underneath the fucking fountain. So like at the like where they spawn at, I'm standing there getting fucking hit by the tournament, fucking killing everybody, and that's up on the screen. And the guy's announcing is, and I'm sitting there just like, bitch, you should have read my fucking name.
Just fucking slaughtering goats,
like slaughtering him.
Hey.
Literally like killing everybody, like insanely fast, like stupidly. I'm just watching as it pops up, like sitting there, like I just made $200, just $200 right there. That was all fucking me, all me, baby,
all me, motherfucker.
I'm the cockiest son of a bitch in that game.
I forgot I have this goddamn shit too. So, hey man, there was nothing I wanted to bring up. We were saying some shit tonight. Fuck. Fuck. What were we talking about? It wasn't about the living situation and wherever. Blah, blah.
Black Lives Matter, maybe?
Oh.
That was one of them, I know that.
Okay, so this topic, I got nothing on, man.
Alright.
So I'll let you lead this one. I'll do my best to fucking just...
Can I have
no, absolutely.
Fantastic, thank you.
You can lead, this is your segment here, Mal. I'll do my best to follow and just, like ask the right questions with this.
Yeah. Alright. So currently I've got a really big problem. And like I guess it's really not a problem so much as it really fucking annoys the shit out of me. And it's that Black Lives Matter has protests and rallies where they have people in the street yelling out dead pigs. It's something like dead cops fry 'em like bacon or something like that, or dead pigs fry 'em like bacon.
Okay.
Something like that. Like they're actually chanting it out as they fucking rally down the street with a huge fucking flag in front of them. It's like, do you not understand that acting like that makes you a terror group?
But hold on now. Where are these people coming from though? Like what neighborhoods are they reacting at?
No, this is the difference is it's Black Lives Matter.
Some pretty fucked up places.
The thing is with Black Lives Matter is they're protesting the white cops that have shot innocent black men in America. Now,
well,
some statistics.
That's narrow and dumb.
Yeah, no, and the statistics on this, that this is all, like, racism aside, this is strictly numbers. More innocent white men are shot by white cops than innocent black men shot by white cops. Nobody fucking talks about that.
Well, no, because
at the same,
I think just certain countries look at it a lot different though.
Well, because
in Canada, like, do we ever talk about who shoots who? We just don't really care.
It's not really. And then the thing is, when it's not white on black crime or white on colored crime, there is no reaction. And in the grand scheme of things, and the crime in black neighborhoods, the big problem isn't cops abusing their power on innocent black people that are completely innocent. They've done absolutely nothing to instigate or, fucking antagonize the cop. And I'm not saying that the cop has any right to do anything. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They need to act like professionals no matter what happens.
Exactly.
This is beside that fact, because anybody can become a police officer.
Well, just to back that up, I want to say what happens during the stampede, where it's like that's a certain zone you just can't cross. Like, police are going to do that at that time. Yeah, you kind of expect it. There's a certain fucking
if you're resisting arrest and you're not listening to them, they are human beings, and eventually they are going to snap. And it is their responsibility as much as it is yours to be a decent human being and let them do their job.
When they grab videos, it always seems like... Sorry to interrupt there. When they grab videos, it always seems to be like just the height of the story. Where the antagonist get whatever, where it clashes. But it's like, how many fucking people do you spit on and slap in the face?
How many beers has this guy drank? How many people has he spit on?
How long were the cops following him for this video?
How long have they been talking to him? The only thing that they record is the exact moment where the cops perpetrate the other person. You don't get the whole story.
Shouldn't do that. It's like, virtue, there's a boom. Cop gets hit in the face now, right?
Yeah, but
people don't pay attention, man.
What tangent was I on?
Sorry, people pay attention, but people are inherently shitty. It seems like we all have an inheritance of shit, and we fight our way out of it. For smart people do.
And the thing is, in the black community in America, there is an incredible amount of black on black crime, very high black on black murder rate, and black people only make up for about 12% of the population. And black on black murders account for, I think it's almost like a third.
I don't know the stats. Is it for the US or
in the US? I'm talking
the US. I don't quite know the stats, but
and I may be wrong. Don't actually quote me on this. I'm just giving approximate numbers because this is off the top of my head. Allegedly, but I think it's something like 12% of people in America are African American, and then a third of murders are African American on African American.
Yeah.
So, strictly based on that alone, if I was a law enforcement officer and I was in a strictly black neighborhood, I might be a little on edge if I was white.
Yeah.
I may be, and I'm not saying it's right.
It's not.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not giving them an excuse to be like that at all. I just understand where they're coming from, because if you are put in a situation where you actually fear for your life, and
that's
in a lot of those
sides are for both of them.
Yeah,
because they're used to seeing a cop and getting ready, and they're used to seeing them getting ready. The conflict doesn't just break out.
Yeah,
but it's nobody's fault because it's set up that way. Yeah, they're gentrified into that fucking spot.
Yeah,
they're in that spot, and so getting in that spot in the first place, being stuck in that spot.
Yeah,
well, there was force to that. So it's like when a new cop comes on the job and he wants to serve protect, he just knows.
And again,
I got nothing against them. I got nothing against me. But this is fucking business, baby. Like this is,
Yeah, and again, I'm not gonna say that there isn't systematic racism in the United States, or at least there
unintentional racism for the most part.
Well, no, at this point, it's our drug laws, and it's basically ingrained. It's unintentional racism, and it's ingrained into a lot of the culture and a lot of their brains down there just because of how society worked. But originally, what happened was, I believe it was during Nixon's term, when marijuana became, the prohibition started.
Wasn't he Make America? No, that wasn't Nixon. That was Reagan.
No, that was a war on drugs.
No, I mean that Make America Great Again.
That was Reagan.
Okay, sorry.
So, and Reagan's another person in this, but Nixon started the war on drugs. So he was originally the person.
Wasn't Nixon running for... alongside Kennedy, or who was it? There's one of them. He was on someone's cabinet, or running against actually Kennedy. Was Nixon?
I think it was Kennedy. It might have been Kennedy.
Kennedy and Nixon, the first head to head. Wasn't he against?
I think so. I think that was it.
Because I said, I got off topic here,
but it was Nixon, and there's actual people that worked in his administration quoted saying that we didn't like the blacks and we didn't like the hippies, because they were anti-Vietnam War.
Oh, that's easy to say.
And they protested against the war effort. So we can't, we can't arrest them for being hippies, and we can't arrest them for being black. So what are we going to do? We're going to make marijuana illegal, make LSD illegal,
everything that's making
make
mushrooms clarifying
illegal,
their brain,
make heroin illegal, because heroin's was really big among the black community at the time.
And also heroin, like, it's all over the Middle East. Mm-hmm. So making that illegal and Schedule 1 that shit, good down the road.
Yeah.
We know eventually we're going there, baby.
Literally.
We know we're going there eventually, baby, so let's just make it illegal now. Just
exactly.
That way we can start, like, yeah.
And all the class 1, the Scheduled 1 drugs are actually... Are the drugs that colored people do, for the most part. And I'm talking... And when I say when I make a statement like this, I'm not talking racially. I'm just talking strictly on statistics.
But I guess it's like on the timeline.
And the timeline as well.
Because back then things were different.
Yeah, exactly.
Like now, we're not talking about like what we do now. But
now anybody and everybody does fucking everything.
Exactly. So in comparison to what we do now, it seems like I get it. Yeah, but it seems like it was different back then, and different groups of people were doing shit.
Yeah,
and it's recorded that way,
right? And again, it's I'm not trying to say I'm stating a fact. It's more so I'm stating a fact, and the facts are loosely based on memory, so they may not be 100% accurate.
No,
but
exactly
they're close. They're approximations, and I'm not trying to say anything based on I'm not trying to make a racist comment here. I'm literally just putting the facts on the table to explain things.
So let's actually get right into that. So,
and again, that's another thing.
What communities were mostly fucking savage on a certain drug, but besides blacks?
Well, I think who was it?
There's a whole
FDR, Franklin D. Roosevelt, said that Harlem was a complete stain and that he wanted to wipe it off the map. And he said that when he was running for president, and that's not verbatim, that's not word for word, but approximately he said something like that, and it was about Harlem. And he said he wanted to wipe it off because it was a stain, because the way people were living there.
I gotta check that out.
The entire...
I'm gonna put it on the website, I gotta check it out.
FDR. I believe it was FDR that said that, but it's a total stain. It isn't what America should be, and I want it gone, and I will replace it with something beautiful. And he never got around to it.
Procrastinating at its finest.
Fucking cocksucker never got around to it.
Procrastinating at its finest, baby.
Yeah, I'll make Harlem better eventually. Fuck.
I got an idea. Shit, no, I don't.
No.
I had a good idea. Yeah. Fucking presidents are amazing.
There's been a lot of presidents, and it may not have been the presidents themselves, but they've been systematically oppressing colored people. In the past, that did happen a lot, and we still have the drug laws that still oppress colored people. That still is definitely a thing. But really, racism doesn't exist in the same way that the way people that use the word racism and blame everything on racism, it really devalues the actual word racism. At this point, when I hear somebody say something's racist, I immediately think they're just an idiot. That's the first thing that comes to my head.
I get, we joke a lot.
Yeah.
We do joke a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But then that's all, satiric. We just joke.
Yeah.
We joke a lot. But, if we may say some crazy shit in the kitchen, but we don't mean it.
Yeah.
If I heard someone say something like that, just
in a blatantly racist, in a serious tone of voice, I would be concerned.
What the fuck? Right away, it's alarm bell. I was like, oh.
I can toss on that accent and satirically talk about the way others really treat colored people and think about colored people, because I don't think that way. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's kind of in camaraderie with people that actually face that, because I think those people are fucked up too.
Funny,
and
if we had eyes like dogs, we wouldn't have racism. Mm-hmm. Doesn't exist.
Dogs actually do see color, by the way.
But actually, yeah. What kind of hues? I don't really know.
I think they see most of everything. They just see. It's their eyes aren't as advanced as ours, so they see at a different frequency. So the human eye is tuned to see up to, I believe, 30 FPS, and you can notice up to 60. Yeah. Whereas a dog will only notice something like 12, something like that.
I think I heard with dogs, it's mostly depth perception.
Yeah.
Used by shades. Like different shades make it deadly, so you can run and dodge.
But they can tell the difference in colors. They do definitely know the difference in colors.
Because it makes sense why they wouldn't see color, like not but just black and white.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes sense why they can only see certain shades, because that would make your depth perception, like, there's a black fridge against that brown wall.
Yeah.
I got a good depth on that, but if you can have like a high and low hue to that, it would almost make it seem close.
Well, and the thing is, like, if dogs were totally colorblind, and the reason why people used to think dogs were 100% colorblind is because dogs couldn't see images on TVs. So if a dog was colorblind, and people that are actually like 100% like fully colorblind, you can't really see anything on a TV. It kind of just all blurs together, especially with old TVs. Yeah. And this is mostly talking about the ones that project from the back, like, you know,
RBG.
RBG
fucking classic.
Those
RBG.
dogs can't. They don't actually go in a high enough frame rate for the dog to detect it.
Like they absorb it a little differently.
Yeah,
they probably see shit that we don't. Well, obviously
they do, and they hear things that we don't. But the thing is, people thought dogs were colorblind because they couldn't detect anything on the screen. But if you watch a dog watch an HD like 4K TV, they fucking watch the shit out of it. They can clearly see color. They clearly know what's going on. Like
exactly.
They aren't colorblind. There may be certain breeds that are colorblind, but
when I was younger, dogs
all.
didn't watch TV. Like we make shows like watch TV with the dog. The dog's like on your lap. But it's like now it's like my dog watches TV.
My dog will watch his TV.
He watches TV. Like I used to joke about it, but fucking my dog actually watches TV. Like he's looking at something.
And the thing is, like
on a tube TV, no.
My dog, like when my dog's stressed out, I had literally put on the fucking like the Animal Planet Discovery Channel, something that's playing something like to do with animals, because just seeing other animals on the TV like calms my dog down.
And with the HD, like the HD sound,
yeah,
like, to actually give it stereo.
Oh yeah,
like dogs, they'll trip on that for a sec. Like,
and it's not so much that it calms it down; it just distracts him from anything that's stressing him out. Like my parents were gone for a week, and my dog is completely attached to my dad.
Yeah.
So my dog, like the first,
it was animal instincts.
Oh, and the first night that my parents were gone, basically. Well, the first night at least the dog slept in my room. So the second night they were gone. First thing, like he scratched at my door to get out of my room, and then he fucking ran to my dad's room and literally buried his face right in my dad's towel.
Jeez.
And just like straight up, like trying to rub his smell all over himself, because like that's his mastery, and like he misses his mastery. At that point, I like go over to my dog and pick him up and like carry him over and go downstairs and like put on a little Animal Planet. And I let him just sit there, and like he was whining at first and like shaking a little bit, and just sits there and kind of gets lost.
Yeah.
And like watching the dogs, and it was literally just funny dog videos. I was sitting there like actually laughing my ass off because I was fucking tight.
Exactly. This is working. This
is working. This is awesome. And my dog's just sitting there like calming down.
He's fucking taking this. All right.
And, like my dog actually passed out in my arms watching fucking Animal Planet, and it's crazy because my dog.
He's so on your side of you, not throwing like.
No, I just held it, like passed out, like turned off the TV and stood up and still passed out in my arms. Like, good, you go to bed now. 3 a.m. You need sleep. I need sleep. I have work at fucking 10 tomorrow.
I got to be at work at 10, my friend. I got to speed.
This means I need to catch bus by 9 because I've had to bus to the top of hill and walk down 2K hill to actually get to work. Because golf course, the bus route for that one sucks just because of like it's a golf course and the way the hill works. So like fucking, you know the bridge to go over to Cranston, like where you know that entrance to like Mackenzie Meadows probably. You know exactly what golf course I work at. So that hill, so I have to walk down and I have to follow the entire like car path, the entire way down. There's no shortcut. It's all fucking barbed wire fence around.
Oh yeah, actually it's property. Mm-hmm. You gotta get on the pathway. You have no fucking choice.
And I can climb barbed wire fence fine. I've done it before. Like it's not razor wire. Like it's just
worth it for every day to go to work.
Well, no, I'm not gonna do it when it's fucking I have to go to work because anybody at work sees me climbing the barbed wire. It's like, why the fuck were you climbing the barbed wire? How the fuck do you know how to climb barbed wire? Like you cut yourself? No, I know how to climb barbed wire. How do you know that?
Why do you always
why do you ask so many questions? I just fucking walk the 2K.
The best fucking jacket to have when you're always doing that, or not always doing that, when you have to fucking do it. You know those like G-Star half down, half not jackets? Mm-hmm. They're literally the perfect jacket.
It's like jeans.
But it looks like a winter coat kind of ish. Oh, but it's made of denim and it has like fucking layers in. You can just throw it over barbed wire and roll off it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you pull it off, and it's fucking half made down. There's not even a hole
See,
to be made. It's like fucking, yeah.
See, my coat for it, I had this brand called Billionaire Boys Club.
Yeah.
So there's a fucking, like, retail. This coat was probably, like, $800. I bought it at Winners for $120, and I saw it, and I just, like, pulled it off the rack, like, how much?
That's why I love Winners, man.
Woo! Dude,
Yo,
these pants right here, fucking, they retail at $220. $220, my man. 40 bucks. 40 bucks. My mom saw these and just fucking, she picked them off the rack and called my phone. She's like, I found them.
Yeah.
I found them. And you don't. Like,
whenever I go there, I would just fucking comb through.
Oh, I comb through everything.
What fits? I'm like, not just what fits, just go through all of them. It's like fucking, just look at the tag, like bang, bang, bang. Like, like actually, these ones were $220.
But yeah.
What
brand? Diesel?
No, these are fucking a Buffalo, a special edition Buffalo jeans.
Oh, nice. Yeah. See, I got a fucking pair of, my mom bought me a pair of Diesel jeans today, too. They're like fucking $240. Fucking $80, like, for a pair of jeans, man. And, like, they're good quality, too. Yeah. Like, Diesel jeans, they last for, like, 2 years.
That's why I love these fucking guys. Like, I can walk on these all day. Like, any pair of Buffalo I've ever bought, if it fucking wears out on you, it's not real.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Like, Buffalo's domestic, so it's really, like, weird to have knockoffs.
Oh, yeah. Are. Dude, okay, these pants come from Australia. It's a brand called Zainrobe, but, like, they make joggers, like the pants that have, like, the elastic band at the bottom. So these are, like, denim jeans with a fucking jogger cuff at the bottom.
Oh,
Bro.
man, you fucking, you know the beige ones that I have?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, those beige ones, they're actually not even real denim. Those are Buffalo, too. I found those.
Yeah.
Actually, that was the fucking 220.
Yeah.
When I was going through, those the fucking Buffalo Special Edition. The fucking denim is, like, stretchy.
Yeah.
It's like a stretchy fucking, like, it's awesome. Those are the ones that's like,
Oh.
I mistake this up. Yeah, those are the fucking expensive ones. That's why I never wear them too much. And, like, the fact I found them, I'm like, no way. And they're,
Dude.
like, light colored. Yeah, I don't recommend
I have a shirt that I bought at Winners, and it's the one up in West Hills. And it was specifically that one because they get all the best shit.
Best shit.
Because that's where all the rich people live.
Yeah.
Fucking, I was up in there, just like combing through the racks, and then there was like a specialty rack on for like a design. Like when they have a specialty rack on, it's always a fucking.
They have a specialty rack?
It was a branding designer, like.
Oh no, they usually do.
Yeah, they usually do. But like,
like,
you look at the top of it's Versace. I walk over to that motherfucker, just scroll on over, and like, I don't know if you've ever seen the belt that I usually wear, but like, I actually paid fucking $680 fucking dollars for that fucking belt.
What the fuck is that belt?
A Versace belt. Sicilian calfskin, man.
Dude, man, my
With a 24 karat gold Medusa head. Like, not solid, it's plated, of course, because you couldn't get a fucking Medusa head that big made out of gold for fucking $600. That shit alone would be $24,000.
You're gonna appreciate this story with a Versace belt. That first Versace belt I ever got, the big Cambodian guy I always tell you about, we used to fight in the backyard all the time. Mm-hmm. We went like fucking like 17th Avenue Southeast for some dinner one night. Brings his whole fucking family. They're all Cambodian. And I'm the only white guy at the table on 17th Avenue. I was like, just trying to enjoy dinner with these people. They're not even talking to me at all.
Yeah.
And like, it's the first time meeting Fat's family.
Yeah.
And eventually we started fucking driving away. We're driving Fat's dad. And like, his fucking belt was kind of tight. He kind of goes like this and pulls it off and just fucking throws it out the window. And fucking Fats hit the brakes like, Rrr! It was like a fucking, it had like little diamonds going around the rim of it. Mm-hmm. But like on the inside, like a plastic casing. It was like really nice. Like it was a slip belt.
Yeah.
Like a fucking dress pants belt.
Yeah.
And fucking the wrong hit the brakes. He gets out the fucking car, scoops it up like on Anderson. He's like, what the fuck are you, like we were driving home. What are you doing? Gets back in the car, drives. And then when we get home, it's like, this is like a fucking $800 belt.
Oh yeah, I'll show you the fucking.
And like, the best part was, it couldn't fit Fats' waist. He tried to put it on. He's like, fuck, and he got pissed off. And he did the same thing his dad did. He threw it out the back. I'm like, can I have that belt, bro? He's like, fuck that belt. It's dead to me. I'm like, okay. I kind of snuck in the backyard and just grabbed it.
So this is the belt that I usually wear. And like again, that's
a buckle, right?
Yeah, that's the buckle right there. Like that Medusa head, like that's.
I want to find
It's got the tan belt, but it's still the same gold Medusa head. And fuck, dude, like that's my pride. Like that's my pride and joy, man. Like It's so stupid the amount of money I spend
I
on it.
gotta find a picture of my pride and joy, man, because like a senior belt, I'm feeling fucking same pride and joy for my belt, buddy.
Yeah.
Like this fucking thing had, man. I wish it wasn't like fucking 20 when they gave that to me, man, because I pretty much wrecked it and just threw it away the same way.
Yeah, and I used to have a $435 Louis Vuitton belt. Looked exactly like this. But I was really drunk at a party one night trying to fuck this bitch. And she was trying to like get my belt off, and she straight up ripped my Louis Vuitton belt.
Don't talk about
Like
that.
fucking like just like the edge of it hanging there. And I didn't slap her, but I didn't fuck the shit out of her. Like I straight up was so like it was an immediate like drunk, sober.
Nah, you just
Like
yeah. Yeah, that fucking I know.
just walked out of the room, fucking took probably one of the biggest shots I've ever taken in my life out of a Cap Morgan's bottle. This is why I don't
you
drink.
guys, I'm going home. It's pretty much like
Fucking Bryce, keys, driving. Like
out.
Literally, like, yeah, buddy, you're driving tonight. You're not drinking. What? Yeah, no, you're driving my car. So you fucking, you can't drink.
See this shit?
Yeah.
You see this fucking shit?
Yeah, literally, it's like got so drunk, fucking handed him my keys. Like, you're driving me home tonight. Like, at that point, like,
It's like when? Like now?
No, and it's like this is right when I bought my 350. So it was like, okay, let's go.
Oh, easy for you to get the fuck out. Easy escape car. Drive me home.
Cool. Like, cool.
Yeah.
You can drive me home. You can crash in my basement. Like, all right, on it.
Yeah.
That means I can drive. Yeah, drive my
Like,
350.
you're like, drive me home, you can crash my basement. They're already outside like, hurry up. Like,
Yeah, literally.
let's go.
Like that. Like, dude, fucking any of my friends. It's like, do you want to drive me home tonight? It's like, yup, not drinking. Don't even care. Like, doesn't matter. Like, I will do anything. Drive that car.
It's like, can you drive me home tonight? Man, you can take the long way. Alright.
Thing is, the long way, bro. Fucking that car was so shitty on gas. It was a 3.5 liter V6.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And it was single turbo.
Patient X dance.
I had a big, like, 45 mil single turbo on this bitch. So like,
So it just like literally consumed.
you know, like when you drive a big truck and you can see the gas.
You're like losing oxygen in your own car because you're just sucking everything burning.
Yeah, no, you know when you drive a big truck and you see the needle going down. I'd floor it on Deerfoot, like fucking right on 130th, like that right turn.
Yeah.
I'd always come up and like kick my back end a little bit, like fucking drop into second, like coming around the corner, just so I kick the back end and
just
fucking,
that little, and then switch
and then like snap in into third and fucking floor it.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many times I fucking like I hit boost and I just start like see the gas
You just like watch it like
shift up, like fuck it.
downshift. Let's go.
Fuck.
That was fun.
That was really fun. I'm already going like 180. Like,
Yeah.
I
Like,
told
that was
you,
like a
did I
fucking-
tell you about this? Like the speeding ticket I had to go downtown to pay. I couldn't even pay it all.
Was that the one that you got pinched with your car?
Yeah, like I was on like it was a fucking photo radar. So I got really lucky on that one because if I actually got pulled over, I would have fucked. Lost my license and car impounded for like a year.
You be Trevor.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can't talk shit. I don't have my license right now. I do have it, but I don't drive right now.
Yeah.
I had to get rid of that fucking truck.
See, I have my license too. I just don't drive right now. I almost bought a car today. I got really fucking close. You know what a Nissan Skyline is, right?
That fucking right, buddy. Hey, from the Northeast, it's full of Nissan Skylines. That's where most of them live.
That's
That's where most of them live.
Right. So it wasn't like a GTR. It was just a R33 GTST, 1995. Fucking.
Show me.
This is.
All right, I'll say the link for the
find-
picture too, because we're still recording.
Yeah.
Say the link for the picture. You gotta send me some shit tonight.
Oh yeah, I got some ton of shit.
Hey,
It looks like that this one. It's a picture off G basically.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Look at that, baby. Look at your honey.
Yeah.
That's your Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, that's my Monica Lewinsky right there.
That's your Monica.
But he has my offer right now, and I told him that if he wants to stop trying to sell the car for about $3,000 more than it's worth, he can give me a call. And I told him I got $9,500 waiting for him, and it's just a GTST. It's not a GTR.
Okay,
So
like, if you buy it, you want to call it Monica?
I'm going to call it Monica. I will call it Monica.
Like that color too, man. That fucking
The
you
burgundy
gotta set
red?
up. Look at that fucking color on that car, man. Look at that baby.
Yeah,
it's fucking beautiful.
The RB25 twin turbo, fucking pushing about 250 horsepower.
Well, it's like a fucking blowjob in your ass.
Yeah.
Something to fucking seek in your dick.
It's got nothing compared to my 350, but like I don't give a fuck, man. Like then I'd have a Skyline.
Well, those things are fucking awesome, especially the right side drive.
Oh, it's right hand.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I just fucking contacted the guy.
It's definitely right.
Because
Like,
like,
there's no way it's not.
I've seen pictures of it. Like I've seen all the photos.
Oh, okay.
I saw it on Kijiji. I just didn't want to like look it up, and it's that exact red.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was actually a picture of the car on Kijiji. But fucking like I was looking at it. I was like, holy shit! I'm just gonna text this guy. Like even if I'm a little,
See what the fuck
like even if I'm a little bit short, like I'm gonna try and like straight up lowball him. And like if he can't find somebody to buy it off him because he's like overcharging, he wants fucking $13,000 for it.
Yeah.
I told him I'd take it off like straight up all cash that day, $9,500.
Best offer, baby.
That right there,
Right
like,
there, like this is what you got.
hopefully in like a week, homeboy calls me like, yeah, okay, I can't sell it. Like, where you at? Like, I can just fucking roll up to his house like, give me the Skyline.
Exactly, this is mine, bitch.
And like,
I love like blow the belt offers, man. It's fucking perfect. You just get, like, this is what I got.
See,
if you don't like it, you can call me later.
Yeah. So and the thing is, I just troll around on Kijiji and I just watch all the fucking. I watch every ad and I watch everything that comes up because if like a really nice car, if I see an Evo or a fucking STI,
fucking like something dumb like a $500 G4.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, literally, like anything.
Like, people are trying to get rid of shit all the time.
Oh, dude, my buddy he bought a Hyundai Genesis. It's just a 2-turbo, so like not the fast one.
Yeah.
Like the one with a small motor. But at the time, the going price for like a fully stock one was about like 11.5 on Kijiji for like a 2009. I think it was 2010, probably 2010.
Has to be.
It has to be. Fucking but my buddy got one for I think he paid 8.5 because he put it up that day, and my friend called him within 30 minutes of it going up. And he needed to sell it because he just lost his job and he didn't have money for his fucking rent.
That's why I love that fucking spot.
Yeah.
I was on the free
That's why I'm on there every day because I see shit. And like, even when people put up something for way too much money, it's like, I'm just going to lowball offer them and they'll remember that I lowball offered them and I'm waiting with that much cash. And even if homeboy works me up like 500, 750, I don't really give a shit. No, I'm still underpaying.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still underpaying. Doesn't matter.
Do your markup. Like, even like on the free section, it's fucking hilarious on there sometimes. Yeah. Like, apparently cats are worthless. Yeah. Because if you go to the free section, every third ad's a fucking cat.
Yeah. Dogs
Come get it. Come get it. Actually, I seen a fucking ad for, what I want to tell you. I seen an ad for 2 dash hounds. 2 puppy dash hounds. When I was going through the free section, I'm like, oh, what the shit? Looked at it, I'm like, gotta be fake. Scroll down a few more, just looking at the dumbest shit that's in there. And then, ended up going back to that ad, it was fucking gone. Within like 2 minutes, I'm like, that was a fucking real ad. Yeah. They were fucking giving away 2 dash hounds. I kind of wanted to call them, I kind of thought it was bullshit. Because I put a piece of toast on Kijiji in the free section.
Do you know that was, that's kind of like how I got my dog. So we didn't get him from like when he was a puppy. We actually adopted him from another family. They had 3 kids and their youngest son was allergic to my dog's saliva. And the thing is, he's a poodle. His fur is 100%, like he doesn't shed, there's no dander, there's nothing. There's no actual, like, there's nothing to be allergic to for people that are normally allergic to dogs. But this guy's actually allergic to the dog's saliva.
Yeah, there's a fucking cat saliva too.
Yeah.
A couple of friends are allergic to that.
Yeah, so basically they put the dog up on Kijiji and my dog, my first dog had died. He got hit by a car in front of my house. Guy didn't even stop. Like, he was speeding, didn't even stop. Like, turned the corner going probably like 70 and fucking slammed my dog and just fucking floored it down the road.
Yeah.
Sounds right, that's the only time in my entire life I've actually seen my dad cry. Like, actually, like, ever cry. And my dad was like fucking breaking down, like complete like emotional disaster in front of our house.
Well, from what you tell me, your dad's a big guy.
Oh, my dad's a really big guy, but my dad has a really soft spot for dogs. So fucking like seeing that happen, he was right there. like watched it happen. Like that killed my dad. So my dad originally didn't think he wanted to get another dog. But then after about a week, he couldn't stand not having a dog. He just missed the companionship of having the little bastard run around the house and
like,
shit.
especially like getting home.
Yeah, getting home and
big
like
thing.
Literally,
getting
the
home,
best thing about
a
having a dog is that they are always they're always excited to see
my
you.
mom's basset hound and dash hound. As soon as Darcy gets home, they are pretty much on the floor in agony with how happy they are. Like they can't control them. One dog is so old; he's like 13. And we're putting him down soon, but he just fucking both of them just. And the one dog can't even go to see him. Can't get up the stairs. He'll just like bark like because he can't get up and fucking go jump up to infection. He'll just sit in a room and just scream. That fucking loyalty.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and like
you can't
replace that with anything. Once you have a dog, you'll probably always have a dog because dogs are one of the greatest things ever. But my dad,
did you hear how fucking did you watch Cosmos at all? Did you watch Cosmos at all with Neil deGrasse Tyson? Oh, you haven't watched Cosmos?
No, it's in my to watch list, but I have a huge to watch list.
You should bump this
one
one
up. Yeah.
Dude, actually, this one's really good. I've read both of his books on. I've read his origins, and I've watched a lot of the other things he's done, and I've done a lot of research on the shit. To this. This was actually done with I want to say, fuck, who made Sopranos? Or I think HBO. Well, no, it wasn't HBO. It was one of those bigger ones that produced it for him. Mm-hmm. And like it just goes into graphic detail. It goes back and forth from animation to real life, animation to real life, and it takes you on this fucking amazing journey. But the thing is, it's not bullshit, mystical shit taking on a journey. It's him illustrating and narrating facts, just everything he knows. Everything. It's an amazing series. And there's a spot where he's talking about wolves. It's like, you ever look at your dog and just stare at him long enough?
Yeah.
And they just go back in like old times. He starts telling a story. It's like wolves are mammals separate to like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Back when they were wolves. And eventually, there's writings about how man conquered the great fucking beast in the first place.
Yeah.
It was just coax, like they're out around trying to get to you. You coax this bitch with a little bit of food, and they just kept feeding him. Give them some scratches and trusted the beat. Like
they're driven by food.
They led one from the pack, and that's essentially how the first man and beast was created in that sense. And now it's like we pretty much honed that species, and we can make our own form of dog.
Yeah,
and like there's just like a trust. But it's like he's gonna keep feeding me, so I won't kill him. I'm like, I'm gonna keep feeding him, and he won't kill me, but he'll protect his food.
Yeah, and he'll hunt for me.
Yeah,
and he'll fucking like
when we can get it was just a quick. Some brave prick decided like, let's stop getting eaten by these pricks.
Yeah.
It's hey buddy, come on buddy. Like it's just like it's, get him over here and get his trust. Yeah.
Well, and the thing with dogs, and the reason why dogs often you'll see really big dogs that are scared of little house cats, is dogs have been bred for thousands and thousands.
Well, the
original
dogs were wolves.
Yeah. But they've had that aggression bred out of them. And back hundreds of years ago when they were actually really domesticating dogs, and what they do now with actual wolves to domesticate wolves.
Can you domesticate a wolf?
Oh yeah.
But it must be right from pup. Like you have to go right from pup.
Then it depends. It really depends. But and there's wolf dog hybrids. And
isn't a husky one of those?
No, it's half wolf bred with a husky. No, it's a full wolf bred with a husky.
Oh, okay.
It's literally it's not bred out for thousands. It's literally a wolf.
I thought fucking huskies were like the second generation hybrid of something, or there's indigenous fucking cold dogs. I don't think there was indigenous cold dogs. They were wolves.
They were wolves, but they were bred to be. And there's malamutes too, right?
Well,
and those
what the
are
fuck
bigger.
does a wolf have to fuck to become a husky?
That's probably a smaller wolf, and then create smaller wolves, and then smaller wolves fuck smaller wolves, and they breed the fucking aggression out of them, and they keep getting smaller. That's the thing with humans is we can force them to breed with each other. It's the same thing that white people actually did with slaves back in the day. Just breed the smart.
Yeah, easy.
And slaves, it was breed the smart, dumb one, the dumb ones, the dumb big ones, with the dumb big ones.
Yeah.
And you get bigger, dumber, stronger.
Who cares if the brother or sister just keep smashing that up.
Keep making them bigger, just make them bigger. Same thing with wolves to turn them into dogs, etc. Was take the smallest, most docile one and breed it with another docile one, and it'll create another more docile animal. And then you just repeat that process.
Have you ever seen a wolf, man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I've never fucking seen one, man. But like, it's just even with their elderly,
Yeah.
they kick the fucking elderly out of the tribe.
Yeah. If you're weak, you die.
Yeah.
Huh?
They kick him out to fend for himself for his last fucking. Could you imagine? It's like, Grandma, get the fuck up. Fuck it, I got some dick to lay. Like, get the fuck up.
Yeah.
Could you imagine kicking your dad out of the fucking house because you want to get pussy?
No, well, the thing with wolves though is
I go getting ahead of the pack.
it's a pack mentality. So there's multiple males and multiple females, and they all. It's not just the alpha that breeds.
Well, they all breed, but like to be head of the pack and plus keep anything else out of it.
The head of the pack was usually generally just the biggest, strongest wolf. You can't fucking kill it; it's in charge.
Yeah,
it's the same with monkeys.
Well, humans.
Same with chimps. Yeah. Same with gorillas. The biggest one fucks, and it's in charge.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Especially
it was
with like
me, you, and fucking I don't know, The Rock. I was like, all right, we're probably gonna have to fucking listen to this asshole because he can kill us.
Yeah,
it's pretty much. It's like we probably have to play along for a bit and we figure our way out of this.
Yeah, no, it is.
All right, fuck, we had no choice here.
And like even if you look at like in chimps, they have really like strong aggressive behaviors where they scare off each other and they assert their dominance, and that's the way one becomes the alpha, and the alpha will kill the other chimps if they try and rise up and shit. Yeah. Because in chimp society, only the alpha fucks.
Oh man, so much death.
So much.
We're the closest things.
Actually, no, it's not chimps. It's not chimps. That's wrong. Chimps.
Okay,
in chimp society, in chimp society, I think it's only the alpha breeds. No, that still might be wrong. I think it's gorillas. It's only the alpha fucks. But chimps, they settle their differences by fucking.
Yeah, they do.
That's chimps.
Let's fuck it out, bro. Let's fucking bro. It's like let's fuck it out.
Fuck you.
Fuck it out.
Fuck you. All right, let's go.
It's like bang, bang, bang. It's fucking.
They just fuck it out. That's how they settle their differences.
Fuck it out.
Chimps are great.
They don't even give a shit fucking if you're the same species. Like fuck it out.
Let's fuck it out.
There's a rabbit on the front lawn. It's like. Just grab it and start like.
I'm gonna fuck it up.
Let her go, Chimpy. No. Rape this. Stop fucking the rabbit. Stop fucking the rabbit. Chimpy, no. Chimpy, no. No, don't do it.
What are you doing?
Leave Bambi alone. Fuck you. Oh man.
There's a whole bunch of primate societies actually that only the alpha fucks. I guess it's kind of true for human society too.
There's a good chunk of there's like more South American, I'm probably saying this all drunky but there's a South American group of monkeys that literally likes to stray themselves like off the path of food. Mm-hmm. They pretty much it's deception. Mm-hmm. They're like a complete tribe of deception. I forget what they're fucking called. They're smaller, and they literally just fucking lie to each other. Yep. Deception's their main game. Yeah. They trust each other as a species, but I forgot what the fuck they're called, man. And they purposely lead each other off each other's path.
I think it's Madagascar. There's monkeys that they actually stick very strongly together as a family.
Yeah, exactly. But, a family tie.
But that's not very strong in a lot of monkeys. Like for example, chimps when they reach puberty, I believe it's chimps, maybe gorillas, maybe fucking bonobos. I also may not be any three of those because it's been a decent amount of time. I've done a pretty. It's not been that much time, but I only took one course, and I've done a significant amount of drinking and weed smoking since that time. So memory a little hazy here.
Way hazy.
Yeah, but fucking one of them. Actually, it's two of them. One of them leaves their pack when they reach maturity and goes and finds another one. They try and become the alpha in that pack.
Which monkeys again?
Chimps.
Chimps. Yeah.
These are old world monkeys. New world monkeys are monkeys that are like South America. Smaller.
Yeah.
Small.
The small ones, yeah.
Old world monkeys originate only out of Africa.
Can you Google a small monkey in deception? Because I really want to fucking remember what these guys are called. The South American monkeys are tiny, and they pride themselves on like leading each other lies, like just like complete deception. Like they'll build a friend just to fuck them over. They'll build a friend who help climb a rock, just to fuck them over. Whoever gets there first. But there's a huge camaraderie between the
deception and primates. Haplorhines. What the fuck? Okay, well that's...
There's probably a lot of, yeah.
There's a lot of scientific... I know what the scientific mumbo jumbo actually means. This is one nice thing. I still remember what the terms mean.
Yeah, but there's probably a lot of shit coming up on that. Mm-hmm. Because people like to pull shit.
Well, people writing papers for universities and such.
Yeah.
Well, I may eventually have to do that. Probably not, because I don't think I'll ever take a master's program.
Why the fuck would you?
I may. The thing is, I may eventually, like I'm going through business, and a common route with business is going into, not really common, but the thing with, a common route for law at least, is going through business first, and then you become a lawyer after. So I may go into business, and then when I decide that I actually want to go to school again,
that way, yeah.
Or like if I ever decide I actually have already 4 years done and I just have like 3 years of law to do.
Yeah.
3 years law ain't bad. I
That's
do
not-
that
that's
while I
not
work
much.
too. So
It's
fuck
not
it.
bad.
Like,
Yeah.
but
Like 3 years on the time scale is fucking nothing.
nothing.
It's nothing at all.
Dude, that last semester, especially when you're in school, like that last semester, this summer feels so long, and honestly, I'm sick of it. I want to go back to school.
Yeah.
It sounds weird to say because I fucking hated high school, man. But university, it's something
Yeah,
different.
well, university's not high school. University is fun in oneself too a lot. Too,
Yeah.
right?
Well, the people you meet, as well as the fact that everybody actually wants to be in that
It's
building.
no longer how big is your dick game.
Yeah.
It's
We
now,
all want to be there, and you all want
yeah,
to
we
do
want
good.
education now.
Yeah, it's literally everybody's... It's kind of what I wanted in high school and why I originally went into AP courses.
Yeah.
But then I realized the AP courses were just a dick wagging contest for the kids that were smart.
Yeah,
It
pretty
was
much.
literally sports for smart kids. That's all that shit was. And I got myself kicked out of the AP program by the end of grade 10. Easy as fuck. I skipped a couple classes, they kicked me the fuck out. Because you're skipping classes, you can't be an AP. Even though I fucking finished the 2 AP courses I had with a 98 in AP Math 10 and a 94 in AP Social 10.
That's pretty fucking top rank.
Yeah, like I did insanely good in both courses, but they kicked me out of the AP program because I wasn't dedicated enough to actually...
To what? This one subject? Come on. Like,
Yeah, and it was math because my fucking math teacher was Miss Salvador.
Well, I guess like not math, but just this one educational.
Yeah,
moment.
I'm
Like,
not,
I mean, there's a lot more coming. Like, you're gonna base stuff.
look at my marks. Do I even need to be in this course? Like, I should be like, if this was in the 70s, I'd have an honors card and I wouldn't show up
It's
any
like the
class.
drug wars of school, where it's like you skip twice, you're done. Like, come on, man, you can't do that.
Capuchin monkeys.
Capuchin.
Capuchin monkeys.
What other? I want to see.
I think.
Yeah,
that's
look
what
it up.
it said
I'll
on
see.
here, and that would make sense because Capuchins are actually from South America, and Capuchins are little monkeys.
This is some our dumb shit here on our podcast. This podcast went into describing how our plants are interconnected by fucking fungus like under the ground.
Yeah.
But not so much like in cities like this, but that would fit the bill. Fucking right it would.
Yeah. They're apparently little bastards. Dude, learning about primates is so cool, and like if I actually wanted to be an archaeologist, I thought about that actually for a while. When I was taking that anthropology course, I was like, damn, dude, I would
some of the
love
shit you
to
were
be.
telling me, I was like, fucking right.
It's so cool. Like,
It is.
and like, dude, it was awesome. Like, I'd come to work today, and it's like, yo, how was school day? I was like, dude, if I actually had like one of my like interesting courses, like if I actually had fucking like where I had history that day, He's like, dude, I actually got some cool shit to tell you. I learned about
Yeah,
it.
man, like that's why I asked you. I'm like, how was school?
It's like, yeah,
like,
dude,
yeah, because she told me we were fucking taking. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, man. I'm like, what have you done so far? I'm like, oh, we just started, like, well, not just started, but whatever it was.
Yeah.
But as you start coming in, I'm like, how was school?
Yeah.
Tell me.
And, and that was even, like, it made school even more fun for me, because, like, not only was I interested in what I was learning about, other people were actually interested in what I was learning about. Like, it was cool shit to learn about.
It's good for your memory, too, because, like, you can learn something, and I want to know something, and so you just recite what you just learned that day.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, fucking, yeah. Honestly, that was one of the coolest courses that I took. And my prof, his name was Roman Harrison. One of the coolest fucking guys I've ever met. Like, one of the best teachers I've ever met. And this guy didn't have notes. He went off of PowerPoints, but he would never look at them.
Yeah.
Because he is an insanely highly regarded in his field.
Yeah.
Like, this guy, he teaches...
That's nothing to him. I read a PowerPoint, I already have it memorized, I wrote it, bitch.
Yeah, no, he wrote the PowerPoint. He wrote the goddamn textbook for all of the intro Anth courses for the entire program in that bitch.
What in the...
Yeah, he at least co-wrote on almost every single book that came out of the Anth department. Like, this guy's insanely smart. And I'd spend like fucking 45 minutes after class just sitting in there, because he had TA time after.
Yeah.
So me and him would walk and go grab a fucking coffee from the Starbucks and just walk back and sit in his fucking room and just bullshit about shit. And just talk about,
I gotta ask you, does the name Rivard ring a bell? No. MRU, no? Because fucking, he used to be a counselor at elementary school in Falconbridge when me and my sister went there. Mm-hmm. And then by the time we were in high school, we seen him at a fucking resort in BC.
Yeah.
I recognized him and said hi, I'm smoking cigarettes. But I was like, I'm smoking with you guys, it's fucking crazy, it's weird. And then Sabrina went for open studies at our MRU.
Yeah.
And he's now a prof there. But I'm trying to remember what the fuck he's in there for teaching. Because, he was like a huge part of my sister's life.
Yeah.
He went from elementary school to just never seeing him again to now he's teaching my sister in university.
No, that's fucking
cool. I want to grab him for a podcast. Because if he already see me, I went to MRU to grab my sister the one day.
Yeah.
Go pick her up. He said, come inside. I'm like, oh, okay, fuck, whatever. I was like 21 or something like that at the time. He's like, come inside. Walking around. I was like, do you remember Mr. Rivard? I'm like, yeah, of course, Mr. Rivard. Why? And like walking in the fucking room, he's just kind of standing there. He's like, young man, like the counselor from school. Oh shit! Like if it's shaking his hand, and we had this very introspective conversation, and like just I want to try and seek him out. I think he might be still there.
Yeah.
When you go back,
if I hear about him, I'll actually look at the teacher directories.
Yeah, if you find Rivard, Rivard, Rivard. Yeah, and he's been like. Raised kids in the Northeast, like help them get through their shit. Like he helped me and Sabrina a lot.
Yeah, fucking dude. I'd straight up just walk into his office, be like, "Hey, man, you don't know me, but like."
Do you remember Sabrina Brindle? Do you remember James Brindle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was just walking and just name drop and say, "Hey, how's it going?"
Just say Sabrina, because Sabrina actually went back and they actually had.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Relationship, right? So it's like, do you remember Sabrina Brindle? And he's like, who? John 23rd Elementary in Falconbridge, Sabrina Brindle. He'd be like, okay.
You'd probably be like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, okay.
I work with your brother.
And I would love to fucking talk to him. Even without recording. I would just love to talk to the guy because he's been a huge influence. Me and my sister staying on the up and up.
Oh yeah.
A huge influence.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, fucking that was like after I graduated, it was one of the last days of fucking grade 12. I went back to my fucking middle school, and I sat down and I talked to my teacher, Mr. Godfrey. And when he got there, he was like fresh, like out of like
Mr.
university.
Godfrey.
Mr. Godfrey. He was a fucking he's a young guy actually. He was like 30 when he came to our school. He was like fresh out of uni.
Okay, hold on a second. So if I were or doing sub high school teaching for a little bit too, I think I know who the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Godfried? That name rings a bell as a major hockey. Substitute, like a major sub, especially in the gym and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Played hockey, spiky hair.
Yeah. Dude, Do you still talk to him?
I honestly, if I walked into RT next fucking year and just be like, hey, it's like I could walk into the office because everybody there loves me. Because like I was
Mr. Godfrey, Bishop McNally High School.
Yeah,
He was in there for that one too, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
There's a lot of fucking teachers that grew up knowing that have just gone on to be amazing role models.
Oh, dude, fucking, he was one of the.
Godfrey, yeah.
Yo, dude, he's straight like
you give me chills
dude,
now.
That man straight up like he taught me how to like work in school. Like he taught me like what the value of education was. Like
And I loved it. There was like
I remember like when I was in, I think it was grade 8, and he was teaching my math class at the time, and like my that was around the time that I like really started smoking weed, and I was hanging out with the wrong kids and like shit like that. And he actually, like, he grabbed me by the shoulder. I was the last kid to walk into the class when he just grabbed me by the shoulder and kind of, like, dragged me back. He's like, yo, I need to talk to you. And, like, he sat me down, and I sat there just in his office. Not in his office, in the classroom, talking to him for fucking, like, 2 hours plus, man. Just about, like, what I actually, like, saw, like, doing in my life. And at the time, I was, like, I started working at that point. Like, I was just working at, like, bullshit, like, grocery store job. Like, I think I was working at a fucking Superstore at the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's like, dude, you need to, like, take school seriously. Like, I know you're just in grade 8, but, like, you still need to, like, take this shit seriously. Like, your marks have seriously dropped. I know how fucking smart you are. Like, you need to, like, get your shit together. Like, do you really want to...
You can like manage both sides.
Yeah,
but
he's like,
do
you really want to, like, do you want to be working in a grocery store or, like, in a restaurant? Like, you're smarter than that. You want to be doing that for the rest of your life. Is that really what you want to be doing? It's like, no, fuck no. No, not at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And like he kind of forced me basically to like do my homework and make sure it got done every day, and he'd like check in with me basically every day, like pull me aside in the hallway for a fucking 5-minute conversation, and then walk with me to class and shit. Just like make sure I actually like went to class. He's the whole reason why I actually passed high school. He's the only reason why I like made sure I went to school every fucking day and I showed up. No matter like how shitty of like fucking like how high I was or like didn't matter. I was going to school. I'd go to class no matter what, and that was just because of him. Because he literally like, he made sure every single day he's like, yo, you need to go to class.
Get your ass to fucking class, motherfucker.
Yeah. And he was like,
I had there was one art teacher at Bishop McNally when I was younger that actually kind of walked out on all the fucking shitty ass people that were kind of drunk. They weren't going to school. He walked out in the fucking cafeteria, and there's a dude giving a tattoo. He's like, everybody outside. He was like a younger guy, like I don't know, 31 or something like that. His name was Mr. Hall.
Oh yeah.
And he walks he's like had a joint in his hand. Like, everybody outside. People were like, what? I'm not going outside. Fuck, are you kidding me? And he just kind of walked past the whole spot of the cafeteria because it was YMCA.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to be in class.
Yeah.
You can have a YMCA membership of 16.
Yeah.
So for the most part, the senior high school or school kids, instead of being in class, they can just sit in the YMCA spot. Yeah. Like the cafeteria. And the big Y spot of Bishop McNally, just doing whatever they want to. It's like, where you supposed? They had a constable there, a cop. They walked around, like, where you supposed to be? Like, right here. So turn the card around. School ID in the back, but YMCA car in the front.
Yeah.
It's just like, nah, sorry, you can't do fuck all. And Mr. Hall fucking pulled us out one day. He's like, come here. He just lit this fucking joint. Like, took one little pull, and so I passed. We're like, all right, you guys pass it around. What are you doing here? And we're just like, I'm just chilling out. Why? What's up? They're like, are you in shit? You smoking weed? He's like, that's not what I asked you. What are you guys doing? And we're just like, it's like, as we were smoking, getting high, like he wasn't taking the joint back. We were just passing it around. He just lit it and passed it around to us. Let us pass it in circles and just tell him our deepest, darkest secrets. Yeah. He got it done in 13 minutes. And after that, he coached most of the high school and then just disappeared one day. It really sucked. Yeah. Yeah, but he just came outside. He's like, all right, like he grabbed all the worst fuckers. Yeah. That were always in the same corner. And he had the balls to go. Actually, most of the guys are dead now. Yeah. But he had the balls to go. He's like, hey, come on, son.
Come with me.
He's got weed. He's got weed.
Literally me all of high school, dude. Fucking before I had a car, I sit in the cafeteria. And like, I go to class, but like, fucking, a lot of the times I wouldn't go to classes that I knew were bullshit. And like my teachers, at that point, my teachers knew me. And like,
once I was getting at with that, because like when he grabbed us outside, it was what he told us. He's like, He's like, I fucking think you guys are young. I grew up here too. This is not Iraq. This is not fucking, 9/11. Because when we started high school, it was 9/11.
Yeah.
Like September 1st was like first day of high school at Bishop McNally, 2001. From high school to, start junior high to high school. Like bang over, like, okay, 2001, sweet, blah, 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 blah. Start high school, and then the shit happening on the TVs, we're all just kind of looking at the teachers are crying and running away, and like, intercom comes on, it's like, everybody to the cafeteria, and like, fuck, it's my 13th day or something like that. You kind of walk out, and it's like, everybody's being dismissed from this building, and no one's coming back until further notice. And it was like, it was like out of 3 weeks, not going to high school. But so we started just doing dumb shit. We had a whole just like the first 3 weeks of high school. We just all didn't have to go to high school. We all already met each other, and now we're all hanging out and gentrifying new communities for ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And just complete blankness. And we got back, fucking Mr. Hall seen that. He brought us by. He's like, what are you guys doing? So we let you guys go for a little bit. You guys just like, what? And like he ended up like just turning 3 people around.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, I'm from here too. 3 weeks of not going to school is not the rest of your life. Get back in there and get some shit done.
Yeah.
For the most part, the ones that are dead didn't listen to him, but the ones that are still alive are fucking doing pretty good still. Still probably doing like illicit shit. But it's like, it's one of those people just kind of balls up and goes, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, dude, I find a lot of the smartest people are people that, like, they're people that fucked around in high school simply because, like, I don't know, I fucked around in high school because I was bored as a motherfucker.
Well, that's why the whole...
I wasn't challenged by anything in high school. Like, they were talking about, like, when I was in grade 1, they had, like, the grade 3 provincial tests in front of me.
Yeah.
And I was scoring on them higher than a normal grade 3 kid would.
Yeah.
So, like, already they know how smart I am.
Yeah.
They don't move kids up. They don't advance kids' grades in Canada unless
it doesn't work that way.
Unless you're literally genius level.
Yeah.
So I'm already like years beyond what they're teaching me in school. I'm bored from fucking day one. Still bored throughout middle school. Like, it's grade 5 at this point. I already read at a fucking university level. Like, basically a genius compared to all these kids. I had an IPP, really. Like, individual program plan. All it did was make me do extra fucking work.
Well,
didn't influence my mark. All they made me do was extra work, but like I hated it. It was bullshit. So I just fucking I'd blow it off and do a shitty job.
What's the point of that? It's like,
do a shitty job and they'd still tell me it was great.
Good. Let's double up the workload. No, why don't you just let me be fucking free and use my mind?
Yeah, let me use my mind. Like, maybe instead of giving me
he's doing way too good, give him more to do.
Yeah, literally, it's like, instead of squashing my brain, why don't you just give me something that the grade 9 kids are doing when I'm in fucking grade 6?
Yeah.
And maybe I'll be half challenged. Like, really?
Never go full challenge.
Never go fully challenged. Like, fuck, like, my entire way, like, through, and I hate to say that because there's so many kids out there that actually, like, really struggled with, like, school, no matter how hard they tried. Like, I was lucky that I was gifted, but, like, I was gifted to the point where it was like, fuck this shit!
But even with even like there's a lot of people who are gifted. But a lot of people are given a home life that's unimaginable.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's a complete blockade to your, like, any other
Giftedness.
social
Dude, I got a buddy who lived down the road.
Yeah.
Fucking growing up, both his parents were alcoholics. Fucking grade 10, his mom passed away when she tried to get sober.
Yeah. It happens a lot.
So he was always kind of a shit disturber, but he was smart.
Yeah.
Like, he was the type of kid that all he wanted to do was smoke weed, go around, break into houses, so he had more money to smoke more weed, buy liquor, buy cigarettes. All he wanted to do was hood shit. But he was smart. You'd sit down and actually have a conversation with this kid in front of a bottle, and you'd have a fucking insane conversation about some ridiculous shit. And he'd keep along, like, and I was above my time at that point, so I'd bring up things, and he'd actually understand what I was talking about.
And he'd digress and fucking at the same time.
He was one of the few people that I could actually, like, have a conversation with that was actually my age.
Yeah.
But because of how shitty his house situation was and how shitty all that was, like, he never did good in school.
It's like wearing a foggy pair of glasses.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's like a fucking learning disability, but it's not in your brain. It's literally just your situation.
This is 100% like pretty much where I came from.
Yeah.
Just really, like, I weren't really poor. Like, we lived in Falkirk. It's not a terrible fucking neighborhood.
Yeah.
But the most of fucking my behavioral bullshit comes from the fact that it's like every night home's a time bomb. Where it's like, it feels better to just walk around and make friends and just not go home one night.
Yeah.
It's a time bomb at home. Like, we should be walking here this time of night. It's like, ain't nothing compared to what's going on in my house right now.
Yeah, fuck it.
I gotta sleep there. So, like, when that's home, everything else becomes a lot easier, it seems like. But you still take that, like, weird, this weird self of what home is. Like, even like when I'm here at night sometimes, if I just hear something, I won't be, like, sketched out by it. But I hear something like, imagine if that was someone coming in the house. I'm like, wait a minute, let's play a game. Just fucking I'll just grab the bat. Like, what would I do if someone did come in? Like, it turns like a video game for me. Like, yeah.
It's the same that like it's one of those things. It's the same as like it being ingrained into your brain. It's like everybody that grew up in the hood like always has contingency.
Well, you don't have to grow up in the hood to actually experience like way I was brought up. I just happen to live in the area that they call the hood.
It's just anybody that has had to live in a shitty area, and like for me, it wasn't like a shitty home situation. It was I had a shitty, like, actual, like, not really a shitty childhood so much as, like, I didn't have the ability to go outside my house and play. Because, like, we lived on a main road in Linwood.
Let's just say a strict father, strict stepfather. That's how it started.
Yeah.
With the weird household. It was, like, a very strict human being that you really can't, like, you have to make sure you're not... Actually, my mom taught me how to lie in the home properly. This is why I think when me and my mom talk, she'll say something and I'll kind of remember what she's talking about. But I'm like, wait a minute, I don't think that actually happened. Was that when Jack was still living in the house? Because at that point we learned how to like just make up stories and feel feelings for them.
Yeah.
Make up a situation and really put some emotion into it. Like that's the best way to survive. If you can figure out the way past the actual violence, there's just like taking control of your deception. Deception.
Yeah. And for me, it wasn't really like I had to. It was just like,
like mutual.
It's like I want to go out. And, it's like I wanted to go out and play, but like I can't go out and play because it's after 6 and all the people in the neighborhood are home from work and there's people out on their fucking front porch getting wasted and drinking and smoking. And they're gonna be there until 1 in the morning. Linwood. Just a little bit north.
Same thing.
Same shit. Same asshole.
It's neighborhood fucking in between Riverbend and fucking Ogden.
Linwood's
like hanging
Ogden's a neighborhood between Linwood and Riverbend.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fucking
Ogden.
Yeah. Dude,
wait, isn't Linwood north of Ogden? Isn't Ogden in the middle?
No. Riverbend's south, and then Ogden.
Glenmore,
Yeah, it's south, Ogden, and then so Riverbend, Ogden.
Yeah, so Ogden's fucking the shit in the sandwich between Riverbend and Linwood. Yeah, that's right.
No, Ogden isn't even the shit in the sandwich. It's
it's not really, but I mean,
it's like fucking Riverbend's the bagel.
Yeah.
And you got the fucking like the layer. You got the layer of. And then on top of that, you got the steaming pile of shit.
Oh man.
That is literally all it is.
That's why I love Pembroke, man.
The farther north you go.
I love Pembroke, man. The reason why I love that neighborhood, because Memorial divides northeast and southeast. So when you're living in Pembroke, I was living pretty much on Memorial in this house, and the only thing it fucking sees is Memorial. But we're considered a Pennsylvania Road or Second Street southeast, just right off of Marlboro. So it's like. This is like a different hue down there. It's like, just lost what I was talking about. But it's like a different spot from what they call the Northeast.
Yeah.
This fucking place, like, you can do whatever you want to do there. But people don't actually really abuse that. There's like this little soft, safe haven that's just like Linwood.
Yeah.
It's in the southeast of Pembroke, and that's right as the southeast divides from the northeast. And like, you can be as loud as you want. You can be as fucking ignorant as you want. And no one bothers you. I can have parties all night in the backyard. Yeah. Surround sound, like I told you, in the trees. And no one bothers you. But as long as you're not doing anything totally illegal on the face of the earth, you're okay. It's like a perfect ignorant zone of just, yeah.
Dude, when I was I had to do community service for my fucking charge when I was 16. So I did the community service when I was 17. But I was fucking... we actually went to Linwood to like the Fish Creek entrance there to fucking plant grass seed. So we walked down with the rakes and shit. But like when we were driving through Linwood on the way out
fucking one of the kids in the car that was like younger than me by like 2 years or something. He's like, man, dude, this neighborhood makes the Northeast look like fucking great, man. And it's like, bruh, I grew up like, you see that Max? Turn left at the stop sign there. Fucking 6 houses in. I lived in that house. He's like,
It's just the way you go. It's this crazy divide. Like, almost like
it's like
Douglasdale is divided by Deerfoot and the river. So is fucking Linwood and Ogden.
yeah, no,
Divided by Deerfoot and the river.
It's literally the way I look at it.
The train track, so the rail yard.
Yeah.
Divides it in the river, then fucking Glenmore.
As soon as you get across Deerfoot, it starts getting progressively shittier.
Yeah.
So you get Douglasdale and Mackenzie Lake. So this is a great area.
Yeah.
And then you get D Glen.
Yeah.
And then you get Riverbend. That's a lot of lower income houses. Not low end at all. Like still like low middle class families.
Yeah.
This is like upper middle class basically. And then you cross Glenmore, you get Ogden. And it's low class.
Yeah.
And low class just economically speaking, and then you keep going north and you hit Linwood, and that's like the low class, bro.
And after Linwood, you got Ramsey and Aaron Woods.
Mm-hmm. And that's when you start hitting like fucking the.
And Aaron Woods actually, it's funny because Aaron Woods is built in 2 different stages.
Mm-hmm.
There's like old Aaron Woods where it's like built in like 1981.
Yeah.
And there's new Aaron Woods where it's built in 2009.
Yeah.
So it's split in half along the train tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can be like where you at? Aaron Woods, like, oh.
What part of Aaron Woods?
Which half of the tracks of Aaron Woods? Like that train track divides a whole different thing, right?
Yeah.
Like there's even a spot, like even like fucking like, just walking around South Aaron Woods, across the tracks, not that big of a deal. You get across the fucking tracks and boom, it's like this house is like 30, 40 years old, and the other one is like, this is disgusting.
Oh yeah.
It's a weird a classic cliche.
Yeah.
From across the tracks.
The way I look at Linwood is if you look at all the houses in like say fucking like Acadia and shit like that, like the houses are some from the same era, the same age as that. But if you look at the houses in Acadia, they're mostly well kept. You look at the houses in Linwood, they're all
fucking done.
Boarded up windows. Straight up, like barred up windows.
But
like
Linwood still does have like 100-year houses.
Oh yeah,
and that's why it's a hard thing to fucking tear through. It's like, okay, well, it's the first original Southeast community.
Yeah,
you have like Bowness is one of them. They have downtown core. You have just north of the river. Then you have Ogden, like that area, and then in Forest Lawn, there's like these little spits. Out of the fucking core, and the north is like. Some of the oldest houses I've lived in. I was living in Briar Hill, which is on 16th Avenue.
All along the river, man.
Dude, Briar Hill on 16th Avenue in the north, just like north on Center Street.
Yeah.
Those houses are 100 years old too. Or 100 years old too.
Oh,
Which you wouldn't realize that if you're like up in the northeast, like living in Rundle, which is along the fucking same track where the houses are built in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's like when you get there, it's like you see the arch on the north side of the river to the Trans-Canada Highway, and then you see the Bowness, and then you see a little bit of South Calgary, and then you see Ogden, and then you see Forest Lawn. Like I would love to see that fucking map. Yeah, it'd be really cool to see.
From back in the day.
Yeah, from like a long time.
To see when all those houses popped up, because like
just the areas alone slowly kind of growing like more like shit.
Yeah.
And
Calgary's always expanding. It'll keep expanding until fucking forever.
Well, everything will.
Everything. Essentially. So that's what we do.
Like nothing's gonna stop.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we fucking do.
That's what we do. All right, I'm gonna hit the end on this podcast, but yeah. So send me the shit that we were just talking about because we're baked.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention. I think it was the pictures of car. Also on the internet. Oh, those are mine. I'll figure them out. All right, love y'all.